City. You see me out here in the streets, out here in New York, 3K, pull up on me like, yeah, sunset, sunset. You can catch me out here, you heard? Yo, Asco, what up? Taking this to Germany, bro, London, Paris, everywhere we pull up like, yeah. Pull up nice all of my life. Lit ass night, go and get right. Shorty my type, can be my wife. Future bright, catch me flight. Since day one, been A1 like steak sauce. From Brooklyn to Uptown like Air Force. Ensuring this lifestyle don't end short. I'm good on the block, need no escort. So they talking about fake love, I'm good without. Had to take different routes, make the whole function bounce. Up late till 3 a.m. with paper in my pen. My team don't move like them. Music is who I am. Being mine for the royalties, getting paid for these shows. Love, respect, and loyalty, only way that I grow. Real mom show me mad love everywhere that I go. One time for the one time, black ride with the wall. In my city well known, on the road barely home. Strip club out in Rome, taking shots of Patron. New phone, same number, winter ground for the summer. Mix the bread with that butter, we gon' get it where the mother. Oh boy, this the anthem, no Cameron. Excitement, that hype shit, no slow song. Need a wolf chick who bout shit, head game strong. Go more times, set the bar high all year long. Pull up nice all of my life. Lit ass night, go and get right. Shorty my type, can be my wife. Future bright, catch me flight. Popping out on the regular, put on work, got my fetty up. Can't connect with a settler. Plug call, hit my settler. Like work, no competitors. Never been irregular. Bought my bread, etc. Elevated by cellular. Rap star industry mogul. Need my funds in total. Currency worldwide global. Hometown New York still local. Don't make me go expose you. You only lit on socials. Respect, I keep it noble. Just let me teach and show you. Like the spiff on my expense. Pop do say bottles not stop. Party on gas, that's 5-star shit. Get lit on hotel rooftops. Feeling like Tupac. Watch these fuckboys just straight fuck up hip hop. Shorty dance on TikTok. In my bag, ziplock. Pull up in the scene in the Uber. Came with the drink and the hookah. Big facts, no cap, no rumors. While out with my maneuvers. Bad bitch give me medulla. Bad bitch she work at Hooters. Vacation out in Cuba. Foresight I see the future. New jewels hit up my jeweler. New song hit my producer. Surrounded by no losers. Beggars cannot be choosers. Living lavish high fashion. Don't come around be capping. The money right take action. Come through my bout start blacking. Pull up nice all of my life. Lit ass night go and get right. Shorty my type can be my wife. Future bright catch me flight. Pull up nice all of my life. Lit ass night go and get right. Shorty my type can be my wife. Future bright catch me flight.
Yo. You know what it is? It's your boy Walderama. We here. GRINDHARD TV podcast. SP Media Studios, you know. Now it's mad shit that I can talk about. But we're going to go into that more in the show because I want to get right to my guest because we already went live on our Instagrams and we was talking about a lot of deep shit. So in New York City, there's a small circle of independent people that's doing a lot of things, making a lot of shit happen for the artists that's in New York City, connecting them with some of the major stations, the major radio DJs, giving them prominent showcases, deals, like far as like getting them on different podcasts, getting them on radio interviews and getting their songs played on the radio, introducing them to the Drewskis and the Gay P's and on the radar radios and Hot 97 and Powers and shit like that. And this guy that I have here today, he is one of the guys that is definitely really making it happen. And we're going to get right deep into a whole bunch of things that we heard that he's doing. And we're going to talk about him. Give it up, y'all. Showcase PAPI.
my logo, my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we outside.
So yeah, we want to get this right started, my guy.
What's up? What we talking about? What questions? What you got for me? What's up? What we talking about?
Just to get it started, you've been repping heavy hitters for the longest.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got a heavy hitter chain, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's like the Kanye West shit where they put the chain around your neck at the Coliseum and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I'm dead.
All right, but so what is your affiliation with the heavy hitters? Because you do be having like heavy hitters.
I mean, that's family. You know what I'm saying? DJ Enough, that's my guy. I met him like MySpace days when I was like 12, 13 years old.
Right.
And ever since then, you know, he supported what I had going on, and you know, that's how I started my showcases. So when I first started doing because I was an artist first, I used to do a lot of events,
right?
And then one day it hit me, and I was like, yo, I'm spending all this money on other people's events, and one is not lucrative, and I'm not really benefiting off of my music. Yeah, I'll leave with a couple of followers, but that's it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do my own platform because I already got the connections through enough and other stuff. I could just do it myself and make it more organized and professional, because you got a lot of events. You go there, you show up at like 9 o'clock, you know, on stage like 1, 2 in the morning, and it's like, nah. So I showcase etiquette. So you come through, if you want time, whatever, you get to pick when you want to go. Like if I have 15 artists, and you get there and you got the first 5 slots available, then that's yours. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna just do that myself. So my first like 5, 6 shows, Enough wasn't there because he's not really like a showcase guy.
Right.
But what he allowed me to do was bring those artists, and I brought them to High 97.
Okay.
So they had a sit down conversation, and then I had another group of like another 5, 6 artists where we actually went to a studio. Not too far from here, with Rockwall Studios.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know
we went over there, and I booked a session, and they got like feedback. They was able to play their videos, their music, and they got constructive feedback from them. And then, you know, I started booking the Drewskis, bringing artists to Drewski Studio, bringing artists
the
movement,
in Jersey.
Yeah, in Jersey. Brought a couple of artists on the radar for a constellation. So they was able to get the feedback and the stuff with their music as well.
And while they was there, they were able to network with the people that was putting it together, because then they could have
behind the scenes
to get up there on their own, right?
V Henny was there a couple of times. She was working with him. Shout out to V Henny. She's a dope.
But how did you get so tight with Enough? You know, it's a lot of artists that want to meet a DJ like Drewski or Self or Flex, and they want to be able to build that relationship with them to where they can have a chain of their DJ crew and have them come and do stuff like that. So what is your relationship with them? Like, y'all just got cool or what?
Yeah, it's just family. I don't want to really go dig deep into that because it's like personal. So I don't really want to go dig deep into that on exactly how, but that's just my guy.
Oh, okay, all right. So that's what it is. So y'all know, like, that's why he's so tight with heavy hitters.
Certain things I'll talk about. I'll go deep into that, but with that situation, I don't really want to go deep. If you know, you know. Some people know, some people don't. We just leave it at that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So did you being tight with Enough and actually being down with the heavy hitters and stuff? So did he abduct you in the heavy hitters, or you just claimed I'm heavy hitters?
A little bit of, I mean, I want to say abductive, but there's heavy hitters that they consider me that. They were like, yo, Showcase Bobby's a heavy hitter.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's family and stuff like that. So you got certain people that are like part of the heavy hitters, but they're not like a part. At the end of the day, I'm not a DJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I go to the retreats. You know, they know who I am. They play my brother on the radio. You know, Pretty Lou. You know, Enough, stuff like that. Fat Fingers and all that. Been some events and stuff like that.
So, shout out Fat Fingers. You know, shout out it's a couple of them up there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you got Cass One. CeeLo's gonna be in my events. He played Titan a couple of times on the radio.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So DP1.
It's my guy from back in the days. You know what I mean?
And I also I don't really fall into the politics that some of the heavy hitters fall into. Meaning, like, I don't want to say beefing, but being like on the same event with like
and Camelo's
a different, yeah, but like what I'm saying, like at my events, it's not always just heavy hitters. Like I'll have,
I know you be having Gabe and all
I'll have like the NYVS DJs. I'll have the
shout out to my guy FMI DJ Shuttle.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. Shampoo, energetic,
you know. But I also have like the union DJs. I had DJ Will on my couple of my events, so it's not like I'm just like focused on just Hot 97 and heavy hitters also.
I noticed that though, because at first I thought you was just heavy hitters and you was just working with heavy hitters DJs, but then I see you doing a lot with Power 105 DJs, YMVS DJs, Gwynn DJs. Yeah, shout out to my dude DJ Mello now, as official Gwynn DJ. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. You know what I mean? He's over there at in Queens at Red Cafe spot Friday and Saturday, spinning over there at the private room. Shout out to my guy DJ Mello, yeah.
But yeah, like as a promoter and a manager, I don't want to just be like, I'm
an artist.
And an artist. I don't really consider myself an artist anymore. But
you just played your song in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, but that's like 3-4 years ago. That's when I was going by Jux. You see, I say New Jux City on there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna, like I was telling your partner over there, I'm gonna start re-releasing records that I didn't put out. Mm-hmm. And like I got a record that I'm gonna have with Janelle on there that I did like 4 or 5 years ago, and a couple of other records that I'm gonna do like remixes, and put other people on it and stuff.
So what makes you such a person to be behind the scenes? Because you got good songs and you're connected with mad DJs. So what's stopping you from really pushing your music for you to pop?
I think it's just. I'm always gonna have love for music and stuff like that. I just think I'm gonna keep it all the real, and this is a lot of people always tell me about this. Artists are always the last ones to get paid. People behind the scenes is the one that's really making the money. Right. So as opposed to like me being an artist and paying for shows, the one that's doing the shows, I'm actually going to be making the money funds, the artist. And then I could take those funds to invest in other shows, my music, my other artists' music. So if I wasn't just doing these shows and I was full-blown artistry mode, I'd be like a struggling artist.
Right. But just smart that you think that way, because that's really how you're supposed to do business. You're supposed to gain and earn capital to invest back into your business. So it really shouldn't be you coming out your pocket with shit. It should be stuff that you're earning money from off the business that you dumping back into the business.
So I remember I had an artist once, he told me, oh, you're doing these shows, you don't care about the artists, you're just taking this money and investing into your other artists. And if I didn't care about these other artists, one, I wouldn't do the shows, and two, it would just come, you just come perform and that's it.
Right.
No, I'm giving you an opportunity. It's your choice to come and take advantage of the opportunity and come with a high record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people be like, oh, I went to the show and I didn't do nothing. You saw Gabe and you just stared at him the whole night.
Yeah, or you went and just took a picture and then
took a picture. Boy, I was with Gabe, but you didn't get his information. You didn't talk to him. He was there the whole night. It's not like I got him in a private area where you can't go and talk to him.
Right.
He's reachable.
Exactly.
And so it's not my fault. I had him there. You could, what they say, you could walk the horse to the water. You can't make him drink. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
them people in the building.
Yeah, I get you in the building. I'm not your manager.
Right.
It's different if I'm bringing Janelle or Jock to an event and I'm like, yo, come, we're going to talk to this person, this, that, and third. No, I got you in the door. Now is you know who these people are.
Right.
So now is you as your artist or your manager, it's up to y'all to go here and make the best opportunity out of this event.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Because I've been to a few of your events, and you definitely had the people in there. And they be like intimate events, so it's not like crazy packed to where you gotta go through a bunch of people to get in. It'll be packed because it's a nice small intimate event, and the guy like Gabe or Drewski or whatever, they right there.
Yeah, you got like 50, 60 people, so it's not like you said, you don't gotta storm through.
Right.
It's not a whole line, and it's like, damn, he's over in the other side of the room.
Right.
I can't talk to him because you got another 50 motherfuckers trying to talk to him. He's right there. You can easily walk up to him and be like, yo, hi, introduce myself. Right. You don't want to do that. And I feel like sometimes it's ego.
Yeah.
Artists be like, I got this ego, I'm gonna just come perform and I'm gonna be so dope, they're gonna want to talk to me. Yeah, they might. You got some people that might be like, yo, this artist is dope, I'm gonna go talk to him. Right. You got some people that's gonna be like, nah, I'm Gay P, or I'm this person, I'm that person. You don't want to come talk to me, so I'm not gonna say nothing to you.
Right.
You got, not saying they're like that, but I'm just saying you got people that's like, yo, I'm here. It's up to y'all to come talk to me.
Well, you actually hire these people, or book them, I should say. You book them to come to be there to scout talent.
Yes.
So the artists will have the opportunity to get close to these people, as whereas they wouldn't usually get close to them.
Exactly.
So now it's up to an artist to go up to, let's say, Gay P, for instance, and speak to him about, yo, how can I get on the radar? Or how can I get my records played up there, Power, or whatever like that?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I got to do? Like, or even what's the budget? Because nowadays you independent, you got to pay for everything.
Yeah.
So you got to really invest in yourself. So you try, what is it it gonna take for me to get my interview on your show on the radar or my record spin in rotation? What do I got to do? Could we talk about that? Let's exchange information. That's what artists have to do.
And it's like artists, they come and they expect me to do all of that.
Right.
And it's like, bro, I'm not doing all that. I'll do that for Janelle. I'll do that for Jock. I'll do that for my actual artist. But if I'm putting you in the door, it's up to you to go and do all that extra work.
Nah, you absolutely
Especially
right.
Especially you want me to cater to you when I'm running the whole show.
Right.
I'm doing the door. I'm making sure Gabe's good. I'm making sure the music's good. I'm making sure the hosts have the correct order. I'm doing a lot. I can't stop what I'm doing to cater to the artist.
Grab their hand
and be like, yo, come. I'm not going to baby you. You a grown-ass man.
Or woman.
Like, you go. He's right there. Easily for you to talk to him. There should be no reason why, like, yo, can you ask Gabe to put me on the radio? He's right there.
Exactly.
Go talk to him.
Right.
Oh, I don't know if I want to talk to him. What? So you just came to perform and break out, or take a picture and that's it?
Well, some artists think that once they perform, that your special guest DJ or industry executive is going to automatically pick them because sometimes it's a contest.
Yeah.
So they feel like they're going to win and they're going to get picked and they're going to go through the vigorous things where they wouldn't have to go over and introduce themselves and break the ice. But if you're a real go-getter and you want to see yourself at the top no matter what, as soon as you get there and that motherfucker walk in and they get settled in, now you on them now, like, yo, what's up, and have your budget ready.
That's like if you go somewhere, you sitting right next to Jay-Z and you don't say nothing to him.
Right, you just there like, oh, I'm next to Jay-Z, but fuck this nigga, he ain't nobody. But you know that this man could with the lift of a finger, could change your whole life.
Like, you know who was just telling me, and Janelle was right there when somebody was telling me, it was like, yo, Meek Mill, when he was with Nicki Minaj, he was bragging about, I'm close to all these billionaires and stuff like that, right? That's all he said. He just bragged about it. You didn't do no pitch. You didn't be like, yo, let me try to pick his brain so I could become a billionaire. You just sat there and was like, I'm Meek Mill and I'm with billionaires and just bragging it on social media. You didn't go there and be like, yo, I got this idea. Yo, how can you get involved? Can I get some investment money to help fund this, that, and the third? You didn't do it. So it's kind of like the same thing. Like, you just went, said, yo, I'm next to Gabe P, take a picture, boom, and that's it. And then you're mad at me. Or I went to Showcase PAPI event, nothing happened. Because you didn't make nothing happen.
You ain't make nothing happen. You gotta make shit happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Grind hard and find God and pray.
And then another thing too, like, people be like, yo, how you got these people to book you and stuff like that? I mean, to play artists on the radio. And I tell them my approach is different. If you slide in Gabe P's DMs or Juicy's DMs and you're like, I'm a dope artist, play my music. You know how many fucking DMs they get at that? Yeah. No. I'm building a relationship by putting money in their pocket first.
Facts.
Like, yo, I don't even hit them up about I got artists.
Right.
I'll be like, yo, I'm a promoter. I want you to come to my show, this, that, and the third. Then when they come, I'll be like, yo, pay attention. These are my two artists. Let me know what they think.
Right.
What you think. And then it's right there. It's like, boom. So the approach is different. It gets so many DMs.
Right.
200, 300
but
DMs.
You know what? That's smart, though, because I've been telling this to a lot of people that when you booking these guys and you putting bread in their pocket, that actually eases up the load that a regular artist will have to do. Because now you're breaking bread with these guys. Exactly. So they're looking at you as somebody that's bringing revenue into their home for their family and shit like that. So they, oh shit, I could fuck with him because he get me bread. That nigga books me at least 2 times a month. Or
I booked Gabe the last year, the whole year.
See?
So now it's like, it's nothing for me to be like, yo, Gabe, I got this new record playing on the radio. I got you.
Yeah.
As compared to just a random, yo, my music is dope, play it.
Right.
He don't know you. You ain't do no business with him.
Nothing.
Or sometimes, like, even with me, I hate this, bro. When random people DM me just a link on Instagram.
What you mean? They
like a link to their music. Proper introduction. Yo, hey, how you doing?
Right.
I see you got shows. I see you do radio, this, that, and the third. I got this record. How can I promote it on this, that, and the third platform? You just send me a link and that's it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to respond with a flyer. And that's it.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that. Because sometimes when I'm promoting my music,
I consider that like spam. You just spamming me. You're sending me a record for what? You want me to listen to it? Then what?
Nah, you're right, because
if I just sat here and listened to links of my music, I've been listening to music all fucking day with no purpose.
You know what you should do? You should start a live channel that you play niggas' music.
Oh yeah, I did that before too. Like, yo, I go on my live and like, yo, do free music lives.
Oh, they could send you $20.
Yeah, or I did that before too. Like, yo, I'm gonna pick an artist to go on my show. I'm gonna give you a $500 slot to the best song.
Right.
Cash at me, and we're gonna pick somebody. So I've done that before too. But yeah, it'd be a lot of artists. They just,
I ain't gonna front you. I feel like nowadays hip hop, this independent wave, it's like a money grab for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's no disrespect to like anybody that's making money, because that's what this business is about. It's about making money. If you in business and you ain't about making money, then you're not really in business. You're just, it's a hobby for you.
Yeah, like I remember Cito, for example, he told Titan like, "Yo, Showcase Papi event is looking like a money grab." How? I'm giving you interviews, even if you don't win.
Right.
We got Reggie coming. He's gonna do interviews on Rough Riders Radio. We got Big Veg coming. He's doing interviews on Pastor Torch Radio. So even if you're not a winner for the night, you're still walking away with content.
Right. But see, people don't always see what you have behind the scenes when they see what's going on, because a lot of
but
times,
it's on the flyer though.
Some people feel that, you know, when. Like, that's why I got you here as a promoter. Yeah. A lot of people feel like promoters are doing these events, and there
are promoters that do that.
Could you name some?
I'm not doing that.
I heard David L was one of them guys. I heard that he's charging guys like $700-800 to come from out of town, and when he put them on, the main guests that they paid to be there, that their money probably helped pay to be there, they don't even get to see them, because he's putting them on at the wrong times and putting only his artists on at the time when it's prime time.
Well,
I've heard this from artists. I'm not bashing this nigga because the streets is talking, and I'm here to let people know what it is.
Well, in his defense, I did a show with Self, with him and Reggie Lanes,
right?
And everybody that paid to perform for Self, perform for Self.
Oh, okay, so it's different prices for
yeah.
Okay, so see, that's why I'm glad you're here to clear it up.
Yeah.
So we got another prominent promoter here that's actually speaking on a promoter that is called or considered a janky promoter in New York City. So all of you other artists that are listening to this is Showcase Papi, and he's saying, but
like, for example, we had a slots where it's like $150 for 3 minutes. You come perform and that's it. Self is not there. But then we had slots that's like $500. You can perform for Self and you get 10 people for free.
Well, it was an artist that came here all the way from, I think, St. Louis that I know who, and he said that, yo, he spent like $700 to come out here, and he got put on last.
That's crazy.
And I remember because
if he got last, the guest is usually still there.
No. You know, at them events they be having, them dudes will stay there, do they little 3 hours or whatever.
Because we booked Self for the end of the show, so he's still towards the end of the show.
I don't think it was Self there. Yeah. There was
so for any other events, I can't speak on that, but I know as far as the show that I did with David L, everything was ran properly.
Okay, so you agree with the other promoters and stuff like that. And I noticed you mentioned Reggie Lanes, which used to be called King Lyrical.
Yeah.
I remember at one point y'all had a little difference or wherever y'all where it was almost looking like it was going to be.
Yeah, it wasn't really promoting stuff. It was just like
personal shit.
Personal female, like a female. Yeah, female guy in the middle of some weird shit. And then David L and Lazarus and a few people was just like, yo, y'all better off working together than going, I don't want to say against each other, but separate, especially since it's over some dumbass female shit. So it wasn't like,
because I remember it was a lot of shit online. Y'all niggas was going back and forth like crazy about it. So when I seen y'all working back together, I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. They settled their differences.
I still had a few people call me, and I'm pretty sure they probably got calls too. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, why you working with him? He was talking about you. He don't like you. Da da da. That was then.
Right.
Now it's like what he's gonna say.
No, it's good that
I work with Showcase Papi. He books damn near all the slots. Because sometimes I sell my slots and I help them sell their slots too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all working together.
Yeah, so it's like,
well, that's good, man.
And even if he don't like me, whatever, like I tell Janelle too, I'm like, in this business and in work, let's just say work, because when you do these shows, it's work. Exactly. You're not, if you're just gonna be like, I'm only gonna work with people that I like, you're not gonna go far.
Right.
You're gonna want to. There might be the radio DJs. You might go like, gotta do a Power 105 interview. I don't like Self, or I don't like this person. Just do it. You want to promote your record? Do it. Don't just do it because you don't like this person.
Right.
Now, if they disrespect you or did some wacky shit, then I could understand. With me and Reggie, it didn't get to that point where it was just like,
was some exposing shit going on out there. Don't act like it didn't go.
But it didn't get to the point where it's like we threw hands. Like
once it never gets to the fighting thing.
Yeah, there was one time that I did an interview on Rough Riders Radio. I don't know if this dude intentionally did it, but I did an interview with him, and right after Reggie Lanes and them had his show. So as I'm leaving the studio, he's right there.
Right.
And this is the moment we had beef.
Right.
And he was like, "What's good?" I said, "What's good?" And that was it.
So y'all just said what's good to each other.
Yeah, and then walked off.
Oh, so
after
it wasn't
that,
a real beef.
yeah, so it was just like, it wasn't no on-site shit. It wasn't like I walked out of the studio. He was like, "Yo, what's good?" Like,
well, you know what? You never been like a guy that was on some like extra gangster tough shit to nobody. You always been a respectable player that do your thing. And Reggie Lanes is not no gangster nigga.
Yeah,
period.
exactly.
Not a gangster bone in his body.
It didn't get to that point where it was like, all right, we're gonna see each other. It was just like we had this little situation. I heard a couple of things, so
you put out a couple things.
I heard a couple of things that he was saying. I heard a couple, and I put it in group chats. Right. I didn't really like put it on my actual post. So whoever was in the group chat heard certain things that I said, but it's not like I went and I put a post up of him and said, "Yo, I heard yada 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 yada." I didn't fully expose.
Okay, but y'all good now.
Yeah, we good. Yeah, we good. He's gonna be performing at my next events, interviews, and all that stuff. So that's old shit. Like I said, I got a couple of people that be calling me like, "Yo, why you doing business with this dude still? He don't like you." That's
he's obviously loving you now because he's all over your shit, like all on your platforms, doing everything, hosting with you.
Same thing. I hosted his Reggie Lanes and Friends concert at major stage. You know what I'm saying? So for people
it's easy to just squash shit and be like, yo, let's do business, and that's just what it is. Like we could sit up here and speak about the spiciness of whatever happened, but that shit is in the past. You know what I'm saying? Just like everything that happens will come to pass. If it ain't never get to nothing physical to where fists was thrown, knives was swung, shots was fired. That's what I'm saying.
It's like I seen him after my Rough Riders interview. He's like, "Yo, what's good?" And then we had a fight.
Right.
It was just like, "Yo, what's good? What's good?"
Right.
That was it.
Yeah, because a lot of us, we all have fallen outs with people and shit. Like, it is what it is. But if it ain't getting to a serious physical level or nothing like that, then it ain't really that serious.
Even family, you might have fallen outs with family and stuff like that.
I ain't gonna front.
Some time comes by and you might see them again and you reconnect. So it ain't really nothing. Like, my little issues with people that I had is really, I don't know how they feel about it, but for me, it's never really been anything.
But that's
serious.
Good. That's a good way to go, man.
And I don't take it serious because, like, it's not like you came to. It's not like. Even during that problem, he knew where I was at.
Right.
Shows he could have pulled up. I could have pulled up, but it was just like it was like some petty internet shit for real.
Well, that's good that y'all was able to work it out and now work together where there's no issues and shit like that. Because,
and I ain't gonna hold you. There was a time where I was like, damn. I started working with this dude over some he say she say shit that I heard from a female. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn, I'm still doing my thing, but I see him doing his thing too.
Right.
And I wish we could still be working together.
Right.
So part of me was like, damn, I did a little bit too much by doing what I did.
But it wasn't too much because I was able to squash it. So it's all good. Like,
so now we good. So but
you know what I mean? All right, well that's what it is. Well, shout out to Lonnie Lyric because it's her birthday / baby shower tonight, and you know, you know what I mean. I'm gonna go show love.
Shout outs to her
and shit like that. Speaking of Reggie Lanes, because you know what, if you know, you know. So shout out to Lonnie Lyric and her.
Janelle was just telling me yesterday. I think she wished her a happy birthday yesterday.
I'm saying happy birthday, Lonnie Lyric, and you know what I mean. Your baby shower event tonight at the game spot in the Bronx and shit. So I'm gonna pull up and show love and shit. And you know, we shout out to Colors too as well, because today I was supposed to be doing the Natural Hair Festival in Metro Tech Ballroom today, and it was postponed. You know what I mean? Colors get well soon. She had a little accident or whatever. So December 22nd, we'll be doing that, the Natural Hair Festival in Metro Tech in Brooklyn. I'll be performing there live and shit.
So what's that about? It's like,
you know, a natural hair fest. Like it's a hair fest for people, you know, with hair. Even though I ain't got no hair, but you know.
So
what I'm saying?
Are they like doing hair, or are they selling
it's like a festival? So I don't. To be honest with you, whatever you do at a festival, this is a natural hair festival.
You want to go to that?
So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, some real shit. Like Colors be definitely putting her events together, and she be affiliated with the real prominent people. So shout out to the Natural Hair Festival. They actually started following me and tagging me and stuff because they see how much I be promoting it and supporting Blaze the Mic and shit like that. And I'm definitely an influencer out here, so people pay attention to what I put out there and shit like that. So yeah, that event's coming up. Everybody that performed at her event in Baldwin, Long Island, they was able to get a slot to perform there. You know what I'm saying? And she got the whole entertainment part set up at the Natural Hair Festival. December 22nd, y'all. Blaze the Mic and Natural Hair Festival is going down. Metro Tech, Brooklyn. It's going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different promoters in New York City, and that's why I'm glad I got you here and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and to me, in New York City, some of the main niggas that is promoters that really be having events going on and doing shit is first and foremost S Street Media. They doing a lot of events out here. They be promoting a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? You, Jux Diamond, I call him Jux, right? You know what I'm saying?
Showcase PAPI, formerly known as Jux. Now there's a few people we got Hit the Beat doing this thing in Staten Island.
Hit the Beat.
Scott Morris, more bookings, Day Summit.
Yep. Yeah, then we got the dudes that do like most of the drill guys. There's some dudes that do
like Fluff Jones, Hot Rod.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys in New York City that got shit going. So shout out to all of the promoters. As long as you ain't janky, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of the promoters that's doing a thing, that's giving these artists these platforms to make shit happen. I acknowledge all of y'all. I'm actually was supposed to have Hit the Beat on the show. Okay. But one time when he was supposed to have came up here, he had some issues or whatever, so he didn't make it. But I'm getting a lot of the promoters up here, a lot of the people that's prominent tastemakers in New York City, because with all of this shit going on, with all of these...
Did you ever have, that's because you ever had like, I think it would be a good conversation to have an artist and a promoter at the same time?
Yeah, like I always have stuff like that, but I wanted to have I wanted to have Hit the Beat. I wanted to have like certain promoters that's really doing their thing, and I wanted to have them up here so people could really learn their backstories and shit like that. You feel me? Like it's a lot of shit going on out here, and this platform is a platform to do it. Like I don't always just be going after just regular independent artists or celebrities. I want to get the tastemakers that's behind the scenes that make shit happen. You know what I mean? Like for instance, on one of my joints I did, I had Fly Ty from Coachella Records. Like he's an old school record executive that put out the first Juice Crew. Like this is stuff that people want to know about. You feel me? Like these is niggas that niggas want to know about. You heard? Oh, somebody said that on your live. Yo, I just got a card that was sent to me through my production team that just made me want to mention the name Stella, because I used to do the podcast with her. Like, how do you know Stella stuff, or do you know her?
No comment.
Yo.
I mean, if you want to know about it, me and Showtime, we spoke on it on his show. Showtime. You could look up Showcase PAPI on Showtime.
Showtime from the Bronx?
Showtime TV. Because the battle rap stuff.
Yeah, battle rap stuff. Because he was fucking with her.
Yeah, we spoke on that. We had a little Times Square situation that didn't go through. She went ghost, and that was it.
Okay. Yeah, I used to be her co-host on the show that she was doing. Like she wanted me to be her co-host, and I agreed, and that's how I kind of like started doing podcasts with Stella Steph. And of course, having GRINDHARD TV behind you, you know what I'm saying, more eyes gonna get on your joint. Yeah. And she just started like ghosting niggas, and I didn't know what it was, so I just left it at what it was. And then when she tried to resurface back and do this big event in Times Square that me and her did for Halloween one year, she tried to do it again herself and get all these people involved. I happened to be doing something in Philly at the time with DJ Weighty Wolf. Shout out to Glockaway Radio in Philly. But I told him,
yeah. He said the guys. I'm not gonna.
He said crack hole Stella. Yeah. This nigga Blue talking shit, right? Yo, Blue is crazy.
She stole everybody's money.
She did. She actually did. Like, and I kept telling everybody.
But you know what I did though? Shout outs to Showtime, and shout outs to I don't even want to give lights as a promoter, but basically the artists that I booked for that show that she took the money from, we ended up getting another venue by Barclays in Brooklyn. Okay. So we let those artists perform for free that night. So it wasn't technically for free because they still paid for a Times Square show. Right. But I was like, I told the promoters like, yo, y'all got me on this name. Showtime in particular. He was like, oh, I was just a sponsor. I said, cool, but you hit me up to sell slots too. Right. So since artists signed up through me, we got to do something because they out here. Right. And I don't got the money to refund them because she got it. I was like, so y'all got to figure something out. And then he called me. He was like, yo, we're doing an event in Brooklyn by Barclays Son. So all the artists that were supposed to perform in Times Square, they could come to Brooklyn. So we gave them a show. That's crazy. And we also even did too, where it's like anybody else that didn't perform, if they hit me up with a screenshot of proof of payment that they paid her, they was able to get on that show as well.
Oh, so you was definitely like making it better, making it right. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's promoters out here that are not janky promoters that make sure they look out for artists that actually got by janky promoters.
I even made a post about it.
Stella Steph.
I made a post on social media about it. So I said, yo, if you paid for this particular show, send me a screenshot payment. So I promoted that. So it wasn't just the artist that paid me. If let's say you did it, for example.
Oh, so I would have never paid her.
I'm just saying if you did, or Janelle, somebody did that didn't go through directly through me, and they had a proof of payment, like, yo, I did this, I bet I was selling this.
See, what people don't understand is, like, I got on Stella Steph's podcast to get her popping, you know what I mean? But at the same time, all of the people that she was meeting from me doing this podcast with her, she started, like, jumping ship and hopping around to whoever she felt was somebody more prominent and thought that she could do her own thing with them. And obviously, look, it was just a money grab for her.
I heard I don't know the exact details, but when I did the interview with Showtime, he didn't really go deep into it, but he said she was going through some like personal stuff.
Yeah, of course, there's always some personal stuff that people go through, but you can't if you got personal stuff that you need to deal with, you can't rob artists.
Yeah, that's true.
To go handle your personal shit, go get a job or go sell your ass or go do something. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. I'm saying seriously, you already was fucking niggas in the game anyway, so why you acting like you know what I mean? Like there was a point where
I went through something mentally, and I went off social media for a while, whatever the case is. And I came back into social media. Some people thought I ran off with their money.
Right.
And I was like, nah, as soon as I got back into social media, I refunded everybody.
Okay. So you got to make your name right.
Yeah.
You heard? But see, I don't know how. Because you think she could ever make her name right? Because she stole from a lot of people.
I mean, this was.
I heard somebody saw her in Yonkers and she was running like on that main strip out there. Is that true? Word. Like she owe a lot of people money. They had.
Us.
Yeah.
They pressed us.
Oh, word? See, somebody's pressed S Street Media about the shit. Ain't nobody never come to me about nothing, because I've been telling niggas since she deserted the situation before. I told them I ain't got shit to do with that girl, and if y'all fuck with her, it's at your own risk. I told Lizzie Chanel that. I told my girl Tuesday that. I told all of the prominent PR people and promoters that I seen that was involved with that shit. I said, don't fuck with her. And lo and behold, like she did with that show we was going to do all the way in Yonkers that day, and at the last minute, at that day of, she said, I ain't doing it no more, it's canceled. She did the same exact thing to all of those 100 artists that was trying to perform out there.
Yeah, I had a few artists that was hitting me up like, yo, I can't believe she did that. I got hairdressers, I got stylists, I got blue. She said it was me. I saw her. She ran.
Yeah. He's stupid. She ain't gonna run from you, Blue. Nobody running from your ass.
Officer White Jenkins.
Exactly. Ain't nobody running from you, Blue. Stop it. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, let's switch the topic. I don't want to keep talking about this.
Nah, it's something that we like to clear up, because we talking about janky promoters, right?
Right. So I just don't like going, exposing
because sometimes people got to talk about this shit so people know, understand. You see all of them artists. It was a lot of people on them on that flyer with mad different stages. If people told her, if they would have listened to me, they wouldn't have got. Because I told them that she gonna get y'all niggas. And what did she do? She got y'all niggas. So sometimes people gotta learn on their own.
Yeah, my brother was supposed to be on the stage, but I worked that out with her where I was like, yo, I'm gonna book slots so you put my artists on for free and shit.
Yo, any artist that's watching this right now, if you on live, call up and say how you feel about that. If you got, or if you want to talk about your experiences, the lines is open, 516-540-1684. Call up right now. We'll let you get on air and talk about it. And
even if you feel like you got an issue with me, you can
call up right now, 516-540-1684. Talk to Showcase PAPI, ask some questions, or talk about if you was an artist that got before and you feel away and you want to clear something up with a real promoter that's here. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Word. But so when I first met you, you was managing your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jaka, yeah. Jaka, you know what I'm saying? He had some dope songs and shit. I seen you pushing him real hard and shit like that. But I noticed like out of nowhere he wasn't on the scene no more.
Yeah, he decided to go to college route, education route, move to Florida. I think he was also tired of the cold weather.
Oh yeah. I be tired of this shit.
And on top of that, like he was raised in PA. So him coming to New York
was a different change for him.
The fast-paced lifestyle.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, some of you country bumpkins can't deal with this city slicker life.
He'll be like, yo, I'm tired. I'm like, what? I'm ready to go do the next situation.
Yeah.
You talking about you ready to go to bed like an old man.
Exactly. And I'm an older nigga too. And people be telling me like, yo, world, where you get all this energy from? Like, I'm from New York. Like, this is what we used to. Like
you're part of here. When I came in, he was like, I seen you outside when you was doing artist. And I was like, right. Yeah, I even told Janelle, my BMI checks used to be healthy. Yeah. I used to do 15 shows in a month. Sometimes 2-3 shows one night.
Now I want to talk to you about that. When you say your BMI checks. Yeah. So you register all of your performances and everything through BMI shit and collect your money. Tell the artists out there what's that about, because I don't think that they know.
So before you put a record out, you're supposed to register it the proper way.
Right.
You the composer, the writer, the producer.
Correct.
So the producer that made the beat, he's supposed to get 50% of your BMI, which is not 100. It equals up to 200%. So he gets a quarter out of that basically, and then you keep the rest unless you got features, stuff like that.
Blue Diaz? You listening? Because you're a producer. You need to know this.
Yeah, no, Blue sent me some beats too, and he sent me his BMI information.
Right.
So if we use any of his beats, we're gonna put it out there.
Okay.
So yeah, you do your publishing, you do your performances, so that when you're doing events at the SOBs, the Deep End, the Karma Lounges,
and now
what's the spot? Iguanas and whatever else. You register these performances so that every quarter of the year you get a little payment from that, and on top of that, it's a tax write-off too. So you get W-2s,
yes,
because they do tax your royalties.
W-9s.
W-9s.
If you're an independent person, you gotta do a W-9 on the money you earned.
Yeah, so then you get taxed for that. So now if you're not making that much money, whatever, you can make get some of that money back as well through your taxes and stuff.
See, like I told you, I'll be having the guys up here that's gonna put y'all on.
And then it's crazy too. I had a few people tell me I never understood this, and I had to break down the difference. They'll be like, "Yo, I'm not on BMI because I'm on DistroKid." That's two different things.
Actually, putting your shit on DistroKid, you have to be on BMI for BMI to watch your shit being distributed through DistroKid.
Yeah,
like come on, man.
Or they'll be like, "Yo, I'm not on DistroKid because I'm on Media Base." That's a whole nother check. You got distribution through DistroKid, TuneCore, whatever. You got
CD Baby,
CD Baby.
What's the newest one that's out there?
Rock Nation distribution. Oh, United Masters. You got a bunch of these, so that's one check right there. Mm-hmm. Then you got the BMI and ASCAP for performances and publishing. Then you got Media Base for radio.
Right. Then you got Sound Trust.
You got SoundScan.
You got Song Trust. You got Sound Exchange. That's collecting all of your mechanical rights and all of that from when your shit gets played on when you type your shit in and your name comes up with your song. They collecting for all of those royalties and all that. So you can be an independent artist, and as long as you got all your shit established, you gonna have little checks coming in from here and there, and you ain't got to worry about coming out your pocket and keep investing in yourself. So when you want to go do one of his shows and be in front of Drewski and them niggas, you could just use the money that you collecting off your royalties.
Exactly.
And you know what's even crazier? Y'all could just do ads, do Google and YouTube and Instagram, Facebook ads, and long as your shit is solidified through those media-based companies and those mechanical royalty places, and your shit is registered, you're gonna make money off of you doing them ads, because now your song is getting played a lot more. Exactly. You're doing ads, so now you have the money to book slots for him. And then when you speak to Drewski or Self or whoever he has there, and they say, "Well, yo, it's gonna cost you this much to get on this," you got money on stash that you make it independently off your shit.
Well, you might not even to pay for it if they pick you that night.
Right. If you're
the winner, I'm putting you on.
Exactly.
See? You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yo, we here right now with Showcase PAPI. It's GRINDHARD TV podcast. We getting real deep into a whole lot of shit for you artists. If y'all don't know shit, y'all gonna know some shit today. You know what I'm saying? And
I remember somebody was telling me, there's like, you should choose like a master class about all this stuff, because they're like, I be giving out free game. You got me on Facebook. I be giving out a lot of free game for these artists too. Even with distribution, like I feel like it don't really make sense to do distribution right now with like a Rock Nation or anything like that. No shade to them, but because if you're not really getting a lot of streams, you're not gonna be a priority artist.
Actually, I just spoke to Big D, and that shit is kind of resolved. The label. It's just
there's no Rock Nation label.
It's just distribution.
It's just distribution.
Yeah.
So when you get into these distribution companies, you got to have a lot of more streams for them to really cater to you.
Right.
So if you don't have a lot of streams, I suggest the artists just stick with the DistroKid, stick with this, that, and the third. Build your caliber, build your catalog, build your following. So when you get to the point where you have a lot of streams, the distribution deal that you're gonna get with the Rock Nation or Empire, whatever, is gonna be a different ballgame. They're gonna want to put money in your pocket.
Different.
They're gonna want to spend money on marketing, promotion, and stuff like that, as opposed to just signing up. They're collecting 15-20% of your streams, and all they're really doing is putting your music on all these streaming platforms because you're not really a priority artist, because you're not somebody that they're really focused on.
Well, I'm gonna say something, and I want you to tell me what you think about this, because me, I like to. I only use CD Baby and I use Bandcamp. And the reason why I use CD Baby is because I'm affiliated with them already as a pro, and my shit is on everything. But I want to kind of fall back from Spotify, because Spotify is paying dudes so little money.
Yeah, it's like 1% of a penny.
I kind of don't even want to give Spotify my content no more. So what I do is I put a lot of my shit now on Bandcamp, where Bandcamp is where you name your price of what you want your shit to be, and you just promote the link to your Bandcamp channel, and people could go there and buy your shit right there. Now, when you put your videos out on YouTube and all that, those videos will go on all streaming platforms and shit like that. But for them to get your whole project, I feel that I put my projects, like for instance, this They Love World project, I'm putting that out on Bandcamp. The videos and the songs, the singles, will go on all of the DSPs and shit like that. But as far as the EP, when I drop the EP, they can only go to my Bandcamp channel to get that. Because when they go to them, I could charge $20 for my fucking album,
right?
And they're gonna go and buy it, and that money comes directly to me.
Well, there's another website. I'll tell you offline because I can't remember.
The link between Volume 8 is out right now too on Bandcamp.
So you remember, China Mac?
Yeah.
You know when he took out all his music and he was like, I'm gonna sell it directly.
Yeah.
He used a particular website. I can't remember the name of it right now. Where you could do the same thing. You could put your projects. You could do merch. You could actually show videos on there.
Yeah.
And you could do.
I know what you're talking about.
You could charge people.
It's Bandcamp, right?
No, it's not Bandcamp. It's a different site. You could charge people like a monthly subscription for exclusive content through this website.
Yeah, I think I heard of that before too. I don't know the name of it, but it's like, it's good for you to be an independent artist and you go viral and you got all of your music to where you collect all of your royalties off your music. So definitely you want to go through you can even sell all that.
You can even sell like tickets to shows through this website.
Yeah.
So it's like Bad Bunny, for example. He's one of the major artists in the reggaeton thing.
Right.
He got his own site where you could go and buy tickets
to his next show.
As opposed to going to like Eventbrite, Ticketmaster, or I think.
But I think Eventbrite, you get all your money too. I think they take a small percentage for you.
Well, you get to pick. You get to pick if you as the seller are gonna pay the fee, or if the person that's buying the ticket, they're gonna pay the fee.
Yeah. That's
what I'm saying. So it's
really you artists, look, if y'all watching this, or whether it's on a rebroadcast or whatever, this is stuff y'all need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some of the things that you could do to make money independently, and you don't have to be out there like trying to like snake somebody or rob something or do something crazy, when you could just put your shit out there and really promote your shit, and you can make your money.
Especially if you got a big following. Let's say, boom, you get 100,000 streams on Spotify, right? Mm-hmm. But then you put a different record and you charge $1 through a particular website or whatever.
Right.
And let's say half of those people
just $50,000
buy that single.
Remember back when everybody was buying the singles for $1? Like, the standard price for a single was $1.
Yeah.
But now they changed this shit with Spotify and all this. They changed that shit to half of a penny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is ridiculous. Like, who the fuck is? I don't spend money in the studio and all of that shit and put out my video and all my time and energy to get a third of a penny off of a stream. So if a nigga's in my crib or in his crib and he's fucking listening to my song, because I got a lot of dope records, and somebody could just keep going and playing my shit over and over again, it's going to take them like at least 100 times for me to get to a couple of cents.
And then you know what I heard too? I don't know if it's true. My boy Curry Rose told me this. You know how they hack, like they like you could track your IP addresses and stuff like that? I've heard supposedly if you listen to a record, let's say I go on Tidal when I'm streaming a record over and over and over
Tidal
again.
Tidal pays the most, by the way.
It's only going to count as one stream because it's coming from one phone. This is what I heard. So it's like if you got, if this is true, if you got 50,000 streams, the way he broke it down is like 50,000 people actually listen to that music, because if I say and I stream a song over and over and over again, it's only going to count as one stream because it's being
that's not true.
That's what
I definitely know people that set up phones, and like that's what they're doing in China and a lot of places. They got a whole room full of phones that's just streaming a lot of shit. That's how. Why you think when people say, "Oh, I could give you 10,000 streams for $20," That's what they do. They got a whole bunch of phone shit set up where they either manipulating the numbers that way or they doing some bot shit. But bot shit is that. Somebody has a phone farm and they just got mad phones playing your fucking record.
But you know, with Spotify, they're tracking that now.
Yeah, they caught on to that.
Like, you could get shit.
Who gives a fuck what Spotify's tracking? Y'all niggas robbing niggas the most anyway.
You could get your music. You could get your music taken down.
But honestly, like, who really wants to be on Spotify if them niggas is paying you next to nothing anyway?
Yeah.
Like, you getting paid nothing, and they fucking earnings for 2024 was in the billions. So how y'all making billions of dollars when artists is only getting $40,000 for a billion streams? Snoop said it.
And then another thing,
$40,000 for a billion streams, but yet Spotify is worth billions. You know how much times people probably spend Snoop's music and playlists and all that on Spotify? Fuck Spotify.
And you know what else too? I tell artists, nobody, if you with Spotify, nobody is a independent artist. Why? Yeah. Because the labels are running these Spotify playlists, this, that, and the third.
Because Leo Cole is one of the main owners.
So these labels are getting a percentage of who. If you only getting a penny off of your stream, how much you think that one stream is really worth?
At least $1, my nigga. Remember, streams and everything for one download was $1. So a stream should be $1. If a nigga's playing your song, it should be $1.
So that's what the standard rate. So there's $1. Who's getting that other 99 cents?
The fucking streaming platforms. That's what I'm saying.
Spotify's, the labels.
Yeah.
You know that stuff.
Everybody that's in cahoots with that. That's why I don't really want my shit on Spotify like that. They could get the videos. When I release the singles, the video and the singles out there, they could get it that way. But to buy my project, because I've been dropping EPs.
Or find a platform you could sell your video. Charge people $5. You could come.
Well, if you get enough streams on YouTube, they start paying you. You know what I'm saying? So you get money from it. But at the same time, labels are running that too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's always better to do like the China Mac approach.
Yeah.
Find a website or build your own website.
If anybody knows that site that China Mac released his shit on, I could look at it right now, matter of fact. Let me see.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
China Mac. Let's see what's up with this guy. Okay.
I think
this is his Instagram, so in his bio, it should be there where you could go to his site. Okay, so this says subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then it has some shit right here.
It says +1. Maybe it has.
Let's see what that is. What is it? High Life? LA High Life? What's this?
Click that, maybe. I don't know.
Let's see what this is.
Nah, that goes to his Telegram.
Okay, so let's get out of that.
Yeah, I can't remember the site. It's a particular site that I went on the site and it said .com/China Mac, and I was like, what's this website that's linked to it? So I went on a website. And you could go on there and you could sell merch, tickets.
ChinaMacOnline.com. There you go. So let's see where his shit is due.
So okay, so he got his own direct website now.
Yeah.
But before he had his own direct site, he used another website.
That's crazy because I'm getting my website rebuilt again. You know what I'm saying? I just got register.com and web.com hosting my domain name, but I got to get a whole website done. I'm speaking to somebody right now about that. And, GrindHardTV.com, we've been out for 20 years. So I'm doing a website over where I can sell all my GrindHard gear, all my merch, and whatever shows I got coming up, and all of that's going to be a part of that. But this is his website right here.
Yeah, that's not it. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember what's the. I can't really remember off the top of my head. But there is a website you could go on there. Like I said, you could sell merch, tickets.
Yeah, he's selling everything on his page.
You can sell videos. Yeah, but that's his direct website. Before it was like using somebody else's platform.
It's saying everything is sold out on his shit. Even a dog thing that says Mac Eats.
So yeah, I can't remember exactly.
Scott.
I can't remember exactly what site it was off the top of my head.
Shout out to all of the smart independent artists that know how to make their money off this game, man, and not have to worry about being a starving artist, man.
I'm gonna send it to you. when I find it. So your next episode, you could talk about the website. I can't remember the top of my head, but there's a website. Like I said, you could do monthly subscriptions, give people exclusive content on there. Yeah. You could do your merch, your tickets, your videos, your music, everything. Sell singles, albums. And all that. My live is about to end. I gotta come back.
Oh, they only got you in there for an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, it be like that. Why do Instagram do that sometimes? Like sometimes y'all want to do that, sometimes y'all don't. It's kind of weird to me. It's whatever though. You know what I'm saying? But we got motherfucking Showcase PAPI in the building. Let's talk about your labels.
IV. So that's 24.
24, right?
So,
I always was bad with Roman numerals.
So my brother. So before I started managing my brother, I was managing another artist by the name of Wordplay Abstract.
Okay.
And my brother was starting the beginning to get into his music.
Right.
And I didn't necessarily fully love it yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So once that co-management thing with that artist, and we was running with a whole different label at the time. Once that kind of like fizzled out, I was like, let me go tap into what my brother's doing.
Right.
And I noticed he was promoting his songs under, XXIV Records.
Right.
So I was like, what is this about? And he was like, because my birthday is July 24th. So he was like, I just ran with the XXIV thing. So I was like, all right. So I was like, let me go look up numerology. And I saw it actually stand for family, hard work, consistency, dedication,
right.
et cetera, et cetera. So then I was like, all right, cool. So then I went and I copyrighted it, trademarked it, and made everything exclusive. And then I was like, I'm going to manage you. And I gave him some pointers on how to flow better on his music and stuff like that. I never wrote for him or anything like that, but I just gave him, I was like, YouTube University. I just started sending him a bunch of links. And I was like, watch this. This is going to help you improve this, that, and the third. And then when he hits a certain point where I was like, he's ready now. And that's when I started bringing him around enough and stuff like that. And then, the music with the highlights.
So how did he feel about like getting so much exposure through his brother's connects and relationships, and then he just said, you know what, fuck this, I'm about to go to school? Was it just because he really wanted school, or this New York life was a little bit too fast for him?
I think it was too fast, and I feel like we always spoke about expanding our network. So in March for my birthday, we actually went to Florida.
Okay.
And it was me, him, and a few other guys and stuff like that. And we was all talking about moving to Florida. So everybody that I was with, they actually all moved to Florida. I was the one that decided to stay in New York.
Well, you got a lot of shit going on out in New York. So
I thought about going to Florida too, to go to back to school as well.
Right.
I even visited Full Sail University when I was out there, and I liked it. And I was just like, but then I started, I did the shows, personal life. So I was like, nah. I said maybe one day. They do have the courses online,
right?
So you can do it online, but I was like, it's not really the full effect online.
Do you have any children or anything like that?
No, I don't.
Oh, so you just roaming free?
Yeah, I got no kids, man.
You Gucci,
I don't really got any responsibility. Just pay my own bills and that's it.
That's what's up. So look, I got something. This is what I do when I go through Instagram and stuff like that, and I see stuff that is like, detrimental or interesting to what I want to tell my fans and my viewers when they watch. I'll bring it on the show, I'll play it, and then I'll talk about it. So I'm gonna talk about a couple of things, I'm gonna play a couple of things, and I want to get your input on it because you are an artist, manager / promoter, and an artist. So I want to get your take on some of the things real quick. So could you turn it up, Math? I'm about to play some stuff real quick.
Success of hip-hop is predicated upon being anti-black.
Explain. Expound.
When you listen to the hip-hop that gets the exposure, right? Conscious hip-hop isn't getting exposure. The messages in hip-hop that get the exposure are misogyny, murder, mayhem, and disrespect of fellow black people. Right? That's not all of the hip-hop that exists.
Right, but that's what mainly.
That's what gets. Yeah, like you can't have a popular hip-hop song without using the N-word
or calling women horrible names.
Yeah, it's like our black music has somehow become anti-black, and it's been so normalized that it gets right by us.
And it just did with me.
Yeah, the conditioning, the programming it's so powerful. Like in all of my poetry, I constantly talk about my love-hate relationship with hip-hop. Right, but when those of us who are hip hop purists and we talk about how the younger generation, the hip hop.
All right, now look, that was Malcolm Jamal Warner, y'all. This is Theo from Cosby Show. In case y'all didn't know, he was on an interview with on a show with I don't know what this lady's name is. I'm trying to read it, but it's all in script and shit. I don't understand what the hell that shit. But anyway, he's explaining, like he just said, that only the ignorant music and the woman and male bashing shit and the whorish twerking, pussy popping, booty selling
fuck my baby daddy. That's
So you being a promoter and an artist and a manager, and you get a whole bunch of artists that come through your platforms and shit. What do you think about that?
It's putting yourself in a box, and then as an artist, if you're an artist and you feel like, all right, that's the only way I could get in the game, they're gonna want to follow suit on that. I'm assuming.
But a lot of times that you could come in on some righteous stuff, but the label or whoever you dealing with, even some of your peers, sometimes they'll be like, "Yo, why don't you talk your shit? Why don't you get on that shit right there?" And some people want to follow like what the influence is, because, like he said, there's no conscious shit out there really that the majors is getting behind. They only getting behind the fuckery.
Even though he's like one of the big artists now, like J. Cole, for example. I had a few people like, I don't want to listen to that. I want to listen to other stuff.
But you know what you said? You just said something, because we just spoke about this early behind the scenes that Lil Wayne and Kendrick, it was a whole big thing online about them, because Kendrick said something where Lil Wayne felt like he dissed him or something like that. Yeah. But it wasn't a diss. But Kendrick is a conscious rapper. Yeah. And he's the biggest in the world. And Lil Wayne, he raps about drinking lean and doing all of that fuck shit. Yeah. As a veteran artist. Yeah. So when you think about it, why would y'all be pressing for Wayne to be performing at this next Super Bowl if Kendrick Lamar and Drake was just the biggest battle right now in hip hop history?
They Not Like Us was like one of the
biggest records ever. And even they sold bots and shit. Even Instagram bought a lot of ads and promo for that shit. Because that's what has to be done. But if you have a conscious rapper that's on the top of the game right now, because there's no doubt in my mind, nobody can say that Kendrick Lamar is not a conscious rapper. Right. That man is conscious for sure. His third eye is open. And now they're talking about, so since the next Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans, the hometown of Lil Wayne, that Lil Wayne should be there. But Lil Wayne is talking about fucking drinking lean all day and smoking weed and fucking bitches and stuff like that.
And then like I was saying, the Super Bowl isn't just a local event. Right. I don't want to say worldwide,
it's national. I would say it's national.
Yeah, it's other states. You got people just watching
everywhere. Everywhere is watching it in New York City, and people that are interested in American culture and sports. Because a lot of times in different countries, like, people all watch what America's doing, but some of them don't give a fuck. They ain't worrying about it because this shit don't matter to them over there. Like, for instance, you got to know that if you got people in different countries, they don't celebrate every holiday like we go so hard for Thanksgiving and all of that shit. Every holiday in America is not celebrated in other countries. Right. That's only an American thing. 4th of July, you know what I'm saying? Veterans Day, all these big holidays that we fucking promote and go so hard for. Like, that's an American thing. You honestly, Thanksgiving is really the holiday where they fucking stole this country from all of the fucking Indians. That's when the Pilgrims came in, the colonizers came here, and they gave all of the Pilgrims smallpox blankets and killed them and everything. Demolished millions of people, killed them after they learned how to kill a buffalo and eat the meat off of it, use the fur for it, use the horns for different things, even rolling up tobacco that was grown here and everything, weed. After they learned this stuff, they killed everybody. And all of these fucking generations later, we celebrate this shit as a family thing. And it's something where we come together and we eat turkey and corn and stuffing. When these were meals that was taught to these immigrants, colonizers, to come here and learn off the Indians that were already here, and they were all killed off. That's why so many of the Indian people that are still here, the indigenous people, they don't have to pay taxes. They get casinos and all of this land in certain countries because they getting their 40 acres in the mule. Black people is the only people that are not getting their 40 acres in the mule. All these other people, they're getting what they supposed to get from this country doing them wrong. The Jews, they had their Holocaust over there in Germany and everywhere else over there, and they come here and they running everything. All of the real estate money, they getting it. You feel what I'm saying? Black people were brought here as slaves, and we invented everything. It's our hip hop culture that's curating the economy with what we doing, but yet we still not owning shit. We still not. And I think it's set up like that way for us to not get it. They always say, oh, you black people, y'all got to tighten y'all bootstraps up and get it together. No matter how much we try to get it together, somebody still is going to sabotage it. Just like the government told the banks to not give black people home loans and just give them to white people. We still had to do it. I put a post up. Let me see if I got it up here. I can find it. Oh, man, I want to find this shit. I got a lot of shit in here. Every time I be on social media and I see certain shit that benefits us, I get the shit.
Yeah, they be treating black people fucked up. Even like certain states, like in Florida, if you get locked up, they got minority points.
See?
So if you black or Hispanic, you get points in your court case that you don't have an easy trial to face as opposed to like the white person.
Exactly. They always get a slap on the wrist. Like and listen to this. Like you see how they celebrate Christmas and all of that and Black Friday. Black Friday was a holiday where the slaves were sold. The most strappingest, builtest men with the biggest cocks and the strongest arms that could do the most work were sold. That was Black Friday. That Friday we're gonna sell our most strappingest men and our most baby bearing women. That's what that was about. And we all running around trying to buy TVs and shit like that. But you don't even understand what the fuck that shit is solidifying. Now look, this is a song that everybody sings around Christmas, and this is going to tell you what it's really about. Listen.
Is the origin of the song called Jingle Bells. One Horse Open Sleigh by J. Pierpont. It's all about the color with the bells around the necks of the slaves, so the owners could hear when they were trying to flee. You can visit these bells at the Bullock Museum. So it is not a Christmas song for kids. You should read more about James Pierpont. The next time you should think twice before singing this song called Jingle Bells. So when those poor people were trying to flee, and the owners heard the sound coming off the jingle bells, they searched after them on the one-horse open sleigh. Now you know and understand the origin of the song called Jingle Bells on the one-horse open sleigh by Pierpont.
You hear that shit?
Why somebody wrote in the comments, y'all are reaching?
Because people always want to have something to say. But that's what it is. Jingle bells, oh bells ring, oh what song it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. He's just clearly saying you those bells was a trap wrapped around the neck of a slave with bells on it, and that once they try to go away and you heard the ding-a-ling-a-ling, they would get that one-horse open sleigh to go catch them slaves. But then they turned it into a Christmas song.
Yeah, somebody said telling people these for years now. All these holidays have some kind of dark past.
Exactly.
And they celebrate anyway. Isn't it like Valentine's Day too? Isn't that like a bad meaning behind it too?
Everything in America had something to do with degrading someone or a class of people. All of them that we celebrate so hard now to this day. And other people in other countries, they don't celebrate these holidays because that's just an American thing.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to take negative stuff in the past and make it
like
positive.
Well, that's kind of like with black people, because how we say the word nigga so much.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
That was like such the baddest word back then, and now it's like a term of endearment now.
Yeah.
And a lot of the older people don't really like it. But you know, we all defended it by saying, "Yo, we turned something bad and made it into good." But that's like the same thing with Thanksgiving. That's the same thing with Christmas. That's the same thing with Black Friday. That's the same thing with Valentine's Day. That's the same thing with Thanksgiving. All of these different holidays. You know what I'm saying? Like now we finally celebrating Juneteenth. They finally gave the black people something where we could celebrate Juneteenth. Do y'all know what the meaning of Juneteenth is? The Juneteenth is supposed to be the day when the slaves were informed that they were free a year later. Like the slaves been supposed to be emancipated, but the Democrats of the South, they didn't want to tell all of the slaves that they were free. So a year later, on June 19th, is when somebody finally came and told them, like other blacks came and was like, yo, y'all still over here picking cotton and doing shit? Like, y'all didn't know we was freed and emancipated a year ago? But on June 19th is when that whole other million of slaves found out. And they made that a national holiday to let black people know when we were duped for a whole nother year and finally told that we were finally freed, and now it's a big national holiday about that. And people don't even know that's what Juneteenth is about.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that's about.
That's
crazy.
That's like you winning the lotto, right? And somebody knows, they don't tell you until they go collect the money, and then a year later they come and they say, well, look, this is your portion from it. Now you're celebrating the anniversary of when you won the lotto, but that's not really the anniversary. The anniversary when you won the lotto was that year ago, when that other motherfucker took the winnings and they came to you a year later and said, well, look, here's a little something for you because you just won the lotto. But it was a year ago and he took that shit from you. And now you're celebrating the anniversary of when that nigga came and finally told you that bamboozlement. That's what Juneteenth actually is. That's what it is. So it's mad shit that we out here celebrating that had a very dark past behind it, mainly on the shoulders of black people.
Yeah.
Because when we was brought here, our ancestors were brought here. We came here not willingly. You see how the borders just opened up for all of the Venezuelans and whatever South American people or whoever came through Mexico to come here. They were given hotel rooms. They were given stipends and money. They were getting free food. They all could buy their flowers and their fruit and sell them on the highway tax free, mind you. Because I can tell you, if a motherfucking Mexican or Venezuelan is out there on the highway and they selling roses and flowers and fruit, I could guarantee you they making at least $100 to $200 a day. Because people are buying this shit. I bought flowers from them before or fruit from them before. That's a fact. I'll be in the car driving. I'm thirsty. I'll get a water. Or if I'm hungry and I want to eat something real quick or whatever, let me get some mangoes. No hot sauce.
Facts.
If I want to do something nice for my lady, let me bring her some flowers. I'm buying it. So and think of how many cars they be at. They on every fucking corner off the highway. You know what I'm saying? So they making all of this money after getting mad fucking stipend money from all of the kids that they got. They're getting put up in a hotel room for free. They buying this stuff with the money that they're getting free from the stipend, and they're making money off of it. And they ain't paying no taxes. But black people were whipped, chained, raped, robbed, drowned, and brought here and was made to do all of this work for free labor.
You don't think Trump might change that? Because I heard you want to get rid of all the migrants. You don't think you want to get rid of the people that's living here tax free?
He's gonna do something about that. It's gonna be
because all those hotels for those people that live here tax free could go to like homeless people.
It sure can. And you know Trump is a money man, so he's not gonna have the government when he's running it to keep paying for all of these.
Well, even though homeless people, sometimes you got people that fought for the country,
right? And they ain't getting shit.
Veterans that's living in the street
and ain't getting shit. I seen a lot of people sleeping on beds out there, right on the fucking street. And bro, it is fucking freezing outside. Winter came in with a 1-2 punch, nigga. Niggas thought it was gonna be warm the whole fucking winter. Nah, B, it's freezing outside, my guy. Freezing. That's a fact. I feel bad for all of the Americans that's outside freezing and can't get no fucking shelter or hotel room because all of the migrants came and took them. Because the government got some shit going on with the it's some shit.
I feel like Trump gonna change that though, as he should.
That's the purpose of us getting him in office.
There's no reason why Americans, especially people that fought for the country, put their life at risk to try to do better. They come back and they got nothing to show for it except for a Purple Heart or something like that.
This shit is crazy, man. Who gives a fuck about a Purple Heart, man? Who gives a fuck about that shit? Honestly, you want to give a nigga an award, but I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that post, man. I want to find this post so bad because this was like a senator nigga that said this shit. Damn, I want to find this shit because what you talking about is exactly what one of the shits that I saved.
Shout out to Voices of an Artist podcast in my live right now. Shout out to her. She's one of my sponsors that been sponsoring my events for months now, paying towards having people like Drewski and stuff like that come out.
Lit. Yeah, shout out to all of the artists and stuff like that be supporting and really making it happen.
And the podcasters and stuff like that too. Y'all giving artists and promoters a voice to come up here.
That's why I'm glad you came up, bro, because I wanted definitely for people to, you know what I'm saying, see what it is. Like, where the fuck is my messages at? All right.
Shout out True Plains, one of my partners for the Black and White joint going down January 30th, hopping on the live. So yeah, January 30th, we got the Black and White New Year Ball concert going down with Drewski, Energetic, DJ CeeLo. Also, we do a birthday bash for Janelle's art.
Okay.
So we got that January 30th, and then we spinning the block March 15th.
Oh, look, so that's your so January 30th. That's your artist birthday party.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was your birthday party.
Mine's is in March.
Oh, okay.
Mine's is gonna be in March with Angelic, CeeLo again, but we adding Gay P from On the Radar in March. You know what I'm saying? So both birthday bashers is gonna be lit. We giving artists, like I said, the opportunity to come perform, do interviews. We got people like On the Mic series coming through. We got Mimi from Rock Nation Distribution coming through, and stuff like that. I tell artists that too. Like, if you come to my event, you're not gonna be in a room full of just artists.
Right.
We're gonna have the podcasters. We're gonna have the video directors, the producers, the A&Rs, and whatever the case is. It's just, again, like we spoke about before, is up to the artist to go and approach these people and talk to them, as opposed to just you come and you just play in your corner with your peoples like that. Like, I'm just gonna sit here the whole night until I perform. After I perform, they're gonna want to come and talk to me.
Not like sir. Not unless you won.
Yeah, unless you won. Then you're gonna. There's like, yo, come, yo. You know what I'm saying? We make a announcement at the end.
Here we go. I found it. Yeah. I found it. Let's go.
My great-grandfather just died 3 weeks ago. He was 100. He remembers fighting alongside white veterans in World War II. He remembers coming back and seeing his white veterans get homes and lands and pensions, and the door being slammed in his face. And we are going to say that America that says liberty and justice for all, that's okay, get over it, keep it moving, while we have to hear never forget for everyone else's tragedy. And as far as from where reparations will come, I need people to stop thinking it's going to come from their tax dollars. Look at all the trillions that America spends right now. We talk about inflation, the invisible tax. We have something called the PPP loans. Do we remember the PPP loans? America spent $6 trillion on PPP loans. You know what they just did? They canceled all of it. And we didn't even know. America gave the corporations, the banks alone, $29 trillion. You know what they did with that? They canceled all of it. So let's stop acting as if America is as hamstrung by debt as they want to pretend. Because when America wants to pay for something, they find a way to do it. And truth be told, the corporations, again, aren't hurting. The defense manufacturers aren't hurting. It's only Americans who are hurting. And that is a choice. We all know it's a choice. That's why we're running for office. Because we know this country can do better. So I refuse to accept that this country can't do right by a people they've wronged for centuries, and I refuse to accept that any justice-minded person thinks that's the right thing to do. My dear Nana was 101 when she died. My great-grandfather just died 3 weeks ago. He was 100. He remembers fighting alongside white veterans in World War II. He remembers coming back and seeing his white veterans get homes and lands and pensions, and the door being slammed in his face. And we are going to say that America that saves...
What I wanted to get at. Now, he said it. His grandmother and great-grandfather fought in these wars and seen when they came back from the wars how the white veterans were getting homes and loans and all types of shit. But the black people, they was like, nah, they can't get it. Nah, they can't give them. And this is the government telling the banks not to give home loans to black people. Although you went and fought for this country. And if y'all notice, it's certain ranks in the country, or certain people in the country, like for instance, the Tuskegee Airmen, they saved mad white pilots. They were so good at flying these planes during World War II or whatever the case may be. They motherfucking saved. You could go online and you could see white pilots that would say how the Tuskegee Airmen, a crew of black pilots that were so good at flying planes that they were shooting down all of these motherfucking planes that was coming down to destroy the bombers that these white guys were flying. And they said, yo, they saved us. But yet when they came back, they wasn't giving anything. They came back from saving all of these motherfucking white veterans and soldiers, and they were not giving the same treatment that their white counterparts were giving. And this is the guy saying this. This is Greg Marcel Dixon. You know what I'm saying? And this is about what he's running for office. You feel me? If you look, let me see. Let me look this guy up so I can tell you exactly who he is. Because Greg Marcel Dixon, he's a senator or something like that. Let me see. I looked the guy up.
You know, again, another form of white privilege. Man.
Yo, man, it's crazy out here like that. And this is something that I want people to understand, right? When when you're doing something for your community, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has to make it happen together when it's your community. Now, a lot of people are now saying that Martin Luther King trying to like bring everybody together is kind of what fucked a lot of shit up. Now, this is just what I'm hearing online now. Soon as Martin Luther King said that we wanted the inclusion of being in the same bathrooms and the same schools with everybody, that kind of what fucked it up, because if we as black people would have stayed segregated and we were just focusing on having our own neighborhoods and all of that shit like the Jews and everybody else have, we wouldn't have that problem. The only problem would be that the government was sabotaging a lot of these neighborhoods, like Black Wall Street, for instance. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Black Wall Street, where there was a whole city that were flourishing, black hospitals, black banks, black schools, black everything. Everything was by black people and it was all flourished and everybody was living fine. The government came and bombed it because they couldn't fathom the fact that black people were flourishing and didn't need white people for nothing. Plus, mind you, black slaves were doing everything for the white people back in the day. So when the slaves were emancipated and freed, you know why it took them a year to tell the slaves what to do? Because they didn't know how to do nothing. They didn't know nothing. First of all, white people couldn't stand outside and pick cotton for 16 hours. They didn't have melanin in their skin. So how was it going to take the sun? They would have got killed within a few weeks. The sun beaming down on them. They're not just getting darker, they're getting fucking skin cancer and sunburn. And they're dying. And they didn't know how to fucking plow the land, plant the seeds. Some of them didn't even know how to raise their kids because it was black Aunt your mama women raising these kids and breastfeeding them with their own milk that they was having when they was having babies in the barns. So that goes to show you that, like, yo, man, on the backs of our ancestors, this country was built. On the backs of our ancestors in hip hop culture, the beginning people that started it and ran it, they're getting paid the least. Like Grandmaster Flash and, you know what I'm saying, all these dudes from back in the days, they getting paid the least. While you got all of this fucking kill you up, shoot you up, drill on them music, these young boys is getting mad bread.
And then you know what else? These labels, they pushing that because they getting life insurance policies on these artists that are dying. So now they getting a whole bigger check because the artists that they was pushing that shoot them up, die, nigga, die shit, they died, now they get another check because they did life insurance policy.
And these labels is putting out $1 million policies. It ain't just a couple hundred, ain't no thousands, it's millions. They're paying those premiums to have millions of dollars on these artists and praying that they kill each other. Like, they're pushing those songs. Like that's like with Diddy, right? And I'm tired of talking about Diddy, but yo, it's a cartoon series online on YouTube about Diddy and some of the shit that he's done in life. The shit is excellent. Y'all need to watch it. It's cartoons, but it's definitely saying some real shit in that shit. But look, if you notice, when Diddy first signed a lot of his artists, he made sure he took their publishing. Because you notice how when he knew that all of this shit was going to come down on him, he called himself Brother Love, and he wanted to start giving the artists back their publishing. By that time, he didn't already milk that sponge and shit like that. Now, some of these artists having their publishing back could work for them if they license some of these songs in movies and stuff like that. They could still get big checks because publishing is like a pension forever. As long as you work in that record and that record is getting put in different things, you're going to make a lot of money off the publishing. But Diddy got it right when it was at the height. So he already got all of the money he could get off.
And a lot of these artists didn't even know what the publishing was.
Right.
They're like, oh, he got my publishing, not knowing that what it even means.
Right. But now they know because all of the information is out there. But Diddy, he was raping niggas from the beginning. So then for him to come out later and say, yo, we control this, everything we do, we control, we got to speak up. But you've been robbing artists for their publishing for the longest. I heard that he brought Biggie's publishing for $300,000. You gave Biggie $300,000 for his publishing. And then when he got him killed, allegedly, when he got him killed or Biggie got killed, that publishing generated over $100 million, maybe more. $100 million. And you brought that shit for $300,000? Why didn't you just automatically sign that over to his moms and his kids? Like, why would you be holding on to that? Getting all of this money off of this Biggie publishing when you know damn well what it was doing. You knew that you was eating off of this shit. And this is why Puffy was so rich, because Black Rob is dead. Puffy owns World Publishing, all of this other publishing and shit like that. Craig Mack is dead. Puffy owns all that publishing. Like, This nigga owns all of this fucking publishing to these people, and he knows what he was doing because he came in the game with fucking Andre Harrell and Clive Davis. So they already knew that they was taking niggas publishing. He knew what he was doing, bro. He knew it. It wasn't like something that he just was signing them and this motherfucker knew because he came up under the main head nigga. Clive Davis is one of the main niggas from back in the days, like with Berry Gordy and Smokey Robinson and all them niggas when Motown, when they was taking all of their shit and other labels was taking the black artist publishing and doing their songs over. Puff knew. He had some of his publishing signed over to his kids that was eating off the locks. So when the locks was saying, yo, give us our publishing back, when Mason them was saying, give us our publishing back, his children was eating off their publishing. So he knew what he was doing. So niggas got to be more aware and mindful of what they doing. And this is one of the reasons why I feel real great and exuberated that I grew up and been in this game independently. Because my whole catalog, I own it. I own mad shit. I got mad records. I even got more shit that I and you know what? Me being young coming into the game, because I got a lot of records with ODB and shit that's out there right now that I'm not even collecting publishing off of. Because back then, I didn't know to register my shit and all of that back in the early 90s and shit like that. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just making music and trying to get it out there and shit like that. But now, obviously, somebody has that music and they're re-releasing it. Because I go online and I type it in, Dare Into the Big Bad Wolves. It's on there. ODB, me when I was younger and shit like that. You know what I mean? So we all got in some time in our lives in this game when you've been trying to make it happen. But now with all of the information and everything out there and guys like Showcase PAPI and different guys that can put y'all up on shit, y'all got to pay attention, my nigga, and get your money, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the government and just even the industry itself, they ain't trying to help you and walk you through. Like he just said it, I'm not going to grab your hand and walk you through what you need to do. I'm going to put these people in the building. You're going to come there, meet them, perform in front of them. If you don't win the contest to where they're going to do something for you, you got to go out there and generate and create your own motherfucking relationships to make some shit happen.
Go up to yourself, like, I didn't win tonight. All right, fuck it. Yo, I know I was the competition. I was supposed to get the record played on the radio. I ain't win. How can I get that done? Do I got to pay?
Right.
Do you got another competition? Like, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? If you don't say nothing, a closed mouth is never fed.
Exactly.
If you don't say nothing, you ain't gonna do nothing.
So yo, let's talk about your artist that you got here today. You know what I'm saying? Because do she have any music out right now?
Yes, she has a record called Bad. She has a couple of features out. We've been running around doing. We've been on like a drop mic tour as of lately.
That's smart though, because I've been doing that lately with the promotions of this They Love World shit. I want to do a lot of different drop the mics and podcasts and things of that sort. So you're doing it right.
Yeah, so we went to Jersey. We did the On the Mic series in their studio. Yesterday we did Who's at the Deli with at That's Deli in Manhattan.
Right.
The 9th we got one in Coney Island, and then we got 2 of them that we're gonna be lining up for in Philly.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so that's why I said it was like we're doing like a drop mic tour because we're not gonna just keep it in New York.
Right.
We want to go to Philly. We want to go to probably Cali and all these other places.
Right. So what's her stuff on YouTube? I want to get it on.
Janelle, so it's JENELSAR. Right there. Yeah.
That's a dope name, Janelle's Art. So it's like you listening to her art.
So that's right there.
This one right here?
Yeah, Bad. Yeah, that's the official music video.
Okay, so look, this is what I want to do. This is your artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You up here with your artist. Yeah. So I want to get her music on because, you know what I'm saying, it's your artist. You feel me? So you're going to get her music on.
So this is a song that she did before I was her manager, like in the very beginning.
But you managing her now, so it's your job to get that shit rocking.
So we're pushing this record. Shout out to Energetic. He's been playing it on all the stations that he's on.
Shout out Energetic, man. Like, he's a real good guy. Like, I like Energetic.
He's been holding it down, man.
Yeah, man. The Energetic has really been around. I remember when I was at an event in Manhattan in the studio. I think it was with one of the DJs that was doing this thing, and I was battling. It just turned into me ciphering with some other guy, and Energetic got on, and he just went bananas and shit like that. So
yeah, I was at an event too, and he was freestyling it because he was just rapping at the time,
right? And
then he was like, "What you thought?" I was like, "It's cool, whatever." Yeah. And then what happened was a promoter. Speaking of janky promoters, I'm not gonna say any names.
Tell me in my ear and I'll say it.
So he got him, and he was telling Energetic that he was my business partner, and that he could get somebody from Hot 97 to host a mixtape for him. And Energetic gave this individual like $300 to host a mixtape, and then went ghost. So Energetic called me and was like, "Yo, da 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 da." I said, "Bro, well, if he tells you I'm Showcase Papi's business partner, and you already know who I am,
why wouldn't he call you?
Why wouldn't he call you? Confirm this." That's like if somebody hits me up and is like, "Yo, I could get you on a podcast. Word of Rama's my business partner." I would be like, "All right, I'm gonna call you to confirm."
Exactly.
And be like, "Yo, da 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 da." So he didn't do that. The dude ran off with his money. I was like, "I'm gonna get you your bread back." He was like, "You are?" I called that individual, blasting him professionally, and I got Energetic his money back. So then when he started doing the DJing stuff, and I was like, I didn't even think about that. I just hit him up and was like, "Yo, how much?" He was like, "Who's it for?" And I was like, "My brother." And he was like, "I bet, let me listen to the music." And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play." He goes, "You helped me down, you helped me get my money back, so I got you."
Right. And you see how that shit works, y'all? You know what I'm saying? When you do shit like that.
And it was genuine. It wasn't like, "All right, I'm gonna do this," and then expect. Because even me hitting him up, it's not like I said, "Yo, you should put my artist on the radio because I did this, that, and the third for you." I still was like, "Yo, how much you want?" And then him being a stand-up individual was like, "Nah, yo, bro, you did this, that, and the third for me, so I got you."
Niggas remember. You gotta acknowledge and remember when a nigga do something right by you. You gotta do it right back. But see, that's the thing I wanted to talk about too. A lot of times you do shit for people, and a lot of people do things specifically just to get something in return.
Yeah.
That's why nowadays sometimes I feel like when you're doing something with somebody, you gotta solidify with them right there on the spot. Like, yo, so if I do this, you exchange your services.
It's like, it's like, for example, the event is canceled now, but for example, like Reggie Lanes, right? He'll have a show, like he'll have Magic, whoever there. And I'll be like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you a slot for one of your artists on my show, and in return, you do a slot for my artist on your show."
And that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Exchange services.
Exchange of slots, radio, whatever it is.
But that's kind of like what I do. Like when I bring people up on the show and I don't charge them or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? I get them a platform to do something. I do expect to get the same in return. Like I pay people too. Like I have no problem. I spend a lot of money on my shit.
Yeah.
Like I'll pay another podcast to get on their shit if they charging me, but yet you can't feel away when I charge you neither.
Yeah.
Like if I have no problem with paying you, you should have no problem with paying me. Don't think you should get on my show for free, or I do something for you for free, and then when I come to you for something, now you want to charge me?
Yeah.
No, it don't work like that with me. And I definitely will make a stand about, nah, nigga, like you got on my shit free, I'm getting on your shit for free, and that's just how it works.
Nah, fast.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But yeah, let's go into.
Alright, so Janelle's art's Bad, shot by Will, right? Yeah, Will. Yep.
Okay. All right, so this is Showcase Papi's artist, Janelle's art. The song is called Bad. We're going to be right back with more GRINDHARD TV podcast at SG Media Studios, Rough Riders Radio.
It doesn't matter 'cause I'm bad.
her choice. She was like, I want you in my music video. And I was like, I got you. So that'll be coming up. That's the record.
Yeah. So that was the song "Bad." You know what I mean?
Yeah, by Janelle Zart, Will, and Times Square.
That's what's up. Now she was in a lot of different spots. She was at that Sphere in Manhattan, like 11th Avenue, where people were going to see It was some dope scenes. The video was dope. You know what I'm saying? So you was talking about it when we was playing the song and stuff like that. Like you said that was her first.
That was her first record. That she came out like. A couple of months before her and I got introduced, and she told me she freestyled that, and I was like, I was like, you freestyled that, so you definitely got potential as an artist to freestyle it, and it'd be a pretty dope record. So now she's taking her time to actually writing records now.
Okay.
We are like on a little drop mic tour now with this other follow-up record that we got called You Won't, produced by my homie City the King, who works with Durgarelli.
Now what's your take on like YouTube production and beats that you get from artists?
So when she told me it was a YouTube beat and she said I just leased it, I was like, nah. I was like, you could use it, like even with the You Won't record, she found a beat on YouTube. I said you could use that as like the foundation.
Right.
Then we go into the studio with a producer that could give it that same type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So it's not totally different, but it gives it the same type of vibe. That's the foundation. Then we go into the studio, the producer remakes the beat, and now we own the exclusive rights. So now, because even recently, I told her I seen like 2-3 artists on social media with that same beat.
Oh, okay.
So when you're doing the YouTube thing, it's like that kind of like annoys me a little bit.
Right.
It's like, damn, you got, even if you bought the exclusive rights to it, you got a bunch of people that...
And that's weird to me with the YouTube beats, because I never had to buy beats from YouTube. You know what? I just want to say this. I never had to, like, search around and get beats from people. Like, I always had producers on deck.
Yeah, but that's you. You were a lucky one.
Yeah.
Even with me, I was fortunate enough to get a producer to make the beat for me, but that was through my brother. Right. He was working with that producer, and then I was like, yo, I had a YouTube beat, and he came and he redid the beat, so now I own the exclusive rights to it, because I didn't want to use the beat, and then everybody else, especially with Joe being a thing now, I didn't want to be doing these shows, and then people like, yo, dope song, but I got my own song that use the same beat.
Yeah, so that's right. That's right.
Nah, I didn't want to do that. So with her, especially since she got a lot, even with her being a new artist, she got a lot of eyes on her. And I give her credit because it have nothing to do with it. And that was another reason why I took a liking to her as an artist, because of course a lot of artists be like, yo, Showcase, can you manage me? And it's like they have nothing going on. They just want my help.
Right. That's a lot of people that want to come in on your wave. That's
with her, it's like she has her own connections and her own resources, so us together will be able to build. So now I'm benefiting off of her connections, she's benefiting off of mine, and we're working together.
And that's good. That's one hand washing of other.
Yeah. So I even made a post on social media, like, your artists that want to work with me, you have to bring some type of motion to my table.
But that's like, it's levels to this shit, right? So labels, they don't fuck with artists no more because there's no more artist development. So they want to deal with artists that's already lit. And I feel like us in the level that we're on, we are the artist development.
Yeah.
So we want to have an artist that's in motion doing shit, so we can help them to where when y'all do get to a label, y'all already lit. But you got to be already lit coming to us.
Yeah.
But we also can artists develop you and put you in platforms and do things for you and get you in a way to where now labels are seeing, like these DJs that you bring into these events, these are prominent industry official DJs
that are playing new artists.
Exactly.
On the Radar is made for new artists specifically to break on the radio. Drewski knew at 2 when enough was on. Drewski at New at 2 when enough was on at New at 2. These are particular shows that are built to break new artists.
Right.
You got shows like probably like Enough Now. He's on at 12. They're gonna play. He's gonna play throwbacks. And you got people like Flex. He'll play, the up and coming artists in New York that are more out there, who also play like the artists that's worldwide that we know. But these particular shows like Gabe P's on the radar radio with DJ Will, Drewski's on Nuet too. These are structured shows that's specifically for these new artists.
Correct.
So that's why me as a promoter, I specifically go for these DJs. It don't no shades to CeeLo. I mean no shades to CeeLo. No shades to DJ Camilo.
Right.
If I book him for a show, it's cool. People be like, oh shit, I want to perform for DJ Camilo, but he's not in a position to play new artists on the radio.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I booked him to come and host, but then what?
Right.
So it's like I'm gonna go after the Gabe P's. I'm gonna go after the Drewskis because it's a strategic approach for me to bring these artists that
to give them opportunity.
I mean, these DJs to put them in the building because I know their shows they're looking for new talent.
And you helping them out too because they're not always in the streets. They're not always there. They don't know who the new fresh guys is and who the next artist is.
Like a lot of people when I started doing, not a lot of people know who Gabe P is. But in the beginning when I was doing the whole last year prior to Drake getting on there, a lot of people was like, yo, who's Gabe P? And I was like, On the Radar Radio. So they knew who On the Radio was, but they didn't know who Gabe P was. Now a lot of people like they know who he is. So a few people told me like, yo, you kind of like got him out there because people didn't really know who he is.
See, so you be paying niggas and helping them in the same.
Yeah, because like it's not like, oh snap, I didn't know who Gabe P was. I knew who On the Radio was. That's like if people know GRINDHARD TV podcast, but they don't know who Wordorama is.
Correct.
So it's like, boom, yo, I got GRINDHARD TV podcast. They hosting my event now. Boom, and they're like, yo, that's dope, but they don't know who you are.
Right.
Until I put your face on the flyer.
Right.
And they're like, oh, that's Wordorama. Oh, okay, do it. Now they put the connections together.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, like I particularly pick these DJs because I know I can talk to them and have them play artists on the radio.
That's smart.
I'm not gonna book I'm not gonna book a DJ, spend $1,000 or more on these particular people, and they come and they're not in a position to do that.
So what would you say is like an average price that you would have to pay a major DJ to come to your event? Is it because
anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000? Sometimes you can have relationships with these people where they might, charge you a little less.
Right. But that's the average. That's like the average.
Yeah, price. I would say anywhere from $1,000, $2,000, maybe even more. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I would say the most I spent was $2,000.
Okay, so with that, you would make your money back from charging the artist.
Yeah, exactly. So when people be like, "Yo, why you charging artists to perform?" I gotta get this bread somehow.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I do it. I have a 9 to 5, but I'm not trying to
coming out your pocket.
Yeah, I gotta spend. I got bills.
Right.
I gotta eat.
You don't even gotta explain that. It's just what it is. If you bring in this major DJ in the building for these artists, then their money added up together should do it. They didn't do that.
Someone got
go out there and do it.
Someone got to cover the expense for that. Then you got the venue. You got security. You got the DJ. You got some of these spots. I'm able to bring my own liquor.
Right.
So now I'm selling the bar. Food. All that is expense. So I can't spend. Think about it. So somebody's $2,000. The venue might be anywhere from $500 to $1,000. That's $3,000 right there.
Right.
Then these prizes, some of these prizes I'm paying for.
Right.
So that's you spend at least if you want to do a good show, you spend at least $5,000 to $6,000 on a show.
Mm-hmm. But hopefully you can make that back, covering expenses from whatever you make at the spot and the artist paying to be there.
To do so, you gotta
hopefully you artists that come there, y'all utilize this platform and meet these guys and network with them for you to get something bigger out of that situation.
And rather than just be like, I just came to perform and that's it.
Right. Thinking that they just gonna win.
Yeah. Like, okay, you performed. Yeah, you got your interviews and all that extra stuff that I promised you for all artists and stuff like that. Right. Even if you didn't win. Like I said, you go up to Gabe, go up to Drewski, if you can't contact them directly, maybe their right hand man.
Right.
They'll be like, yo, I can't get Gabe because Gabe maybe already left.
Right.
Or he might have somebody that's still part of his team. Yo, how can I get on there? You get his email, you get his number, whatever the case is, and you make it work like that.
Right. Shout out Gabe P. Actually, I just released a new episode where I used the footage that I got from the Raising Canaan release party. It came out a few months back. You know when Raising Canaan first came out. Well, I was at the launch party in Manhattan. I met Tony Danza, I met the girl Rock, I met all of the cast members that was there, and Gay P had the On the Radar cypher there, and it was with the guys and the girls. So Connie Diamond and some other girls that was signed to QC and all of that was the females. The females won that night, and then it was the guy Don Q from Highbridge and a bunch of other rappers that I don't even really know who they was. I just know it was a dope cypher, and I filmed it, and I just put that shit out. So shout out to Connie Diamonds, because she influenced me to make that episode, because I was just at her Friendsgiving spot at Jim's Lounge, and I mixed that footage with her.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
That footage with her and Big Yellow at Jim's, and I put on the other footage when she was going back and forth with Don Q on there, and that was a Gay P thing that he did for Stars and Raising Canaan. So you can go to GRINDHARD Television on YouTube and watch that episode. That's the last one that I just dropped last week. It was like a Thanksgiving episode that I put out, so when people was home eating with their peoples, they could have watched the episode. It's a 2-hour episode. I got Mano on there. I got the guy Daniel from Once. I got the Munchies dispensary, because they just opened up a dispensary in Far Rockaway, Queens. You could go there, you could buy whatever type of marijuana you want, just show your ID. It's an official dispensary. Shout out my guy, world famous DJ Stunner and DJ Superstar Jay, the Gwen and DJs was in there. Yeah, I know a lot of people. You know what I mean? But yeah, that new GRINDHARD TV episode is out right now. You heard?
Tough.
So now that we got to a lot of the stuff about the promoter, now you back wearing your managerial hat.
Right.
Now, what's your take on managers that are managing artists, but yet they're being intimate with their artists? Like, what you think about that? How do you feel about that?
I mean, me and Janelle are actually in a relationship.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh shit. So what is your take on that? Like, do you feel
for her? Okay, so we met through social media. So what happened was, like I said, my brother he went to Florida, right? So I was like, all right, damn, I can still manage him, but it's gonna be hard because he's not in New York.
Right.
So I made a post like, yo, I'm looking for artists to manage. She wasn't even following me.
Okay.
I was just getting so much traction on that post. It started popping up on suggested posts. So it hopped up on her timeline.
Okay.
And then she hit me up. We started talking, whatever the case is, and then I kind of got like a little flirtful, whatever.
Right.
And then she actually recognized me from the news, because I got on News 12, and she was actually on the news as well.
Okay.
So she was like kind of like a little bit more comfortable meeting me now, because it's like, all right, you was on the news, I like your story, so it's not like I'm talking to like a complete random stranger now.
I mean, you doing your thing. So it's easier when you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying?
So from that, she was like, all right, we're just going to focus on personal now. She didn't want me to be a manager.
Okay.
And I was okay with that. And I was like, all right, cool. But if I'm your man or whatever, I'm still going to want to help you with your music regardless.
And plus, for a female, a new artist coming in the game, you would be the person for them to fuck with, because you connected. You a tastemaker out here. So it would be smart for an artist to really come at you on that. Yeah. Hopefully it's genuine.
Yeah.
But you are the guy that they would want to go after.
And I knew it was genuine, because even still to this day, she'd be like, yo, if you decide you don't want to manage me anymore, cool, we still going to be together.
Okay. All right.
So it was.
So you are for managers actually having relationships with their artists?
Yeah, it depends on your approach on how you do it. I always tell her, like obviously in a relationship, I always tell her I don't want, like if something was to go wrong within the music thing, I don't want it to affect our relationship. Like if a show gets canceled, and I'm like, babe, yo, the show got canceled, I don't want to come home and she got an attitude.
Right.
And it's all mad and it's affecting the relationship. But it don't. Yeah. But I'm just saying that's something that we spoke on at the very beginning.
Right.
So we have that same mindset, and we both know what we're doing. Certain people, they don't do that, and then you have the whole Stevie J Jocelyn Love and Hip Hop mess.
Right. Well, Jocelyn she kind of was using him from the gate, but at the same time, Stevie J was doing mad foul shit too.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like he was.
So that's what I'm saying. If you get two foul people that are going there to use each other,
But Stevie J was boinking everybody, trying to, like, it was crazy. Like it was so just.
It just really depends on the manager and the artist and their mindset and how they go about it. I know they say even with her, when I was making my approach to her, I was like, yo, I kind of want to get to know you outside of music, but I already know what you're gonna say. And she was like, what's that? And I was like, you don't want to mix business with pleasure. And she was like, Yeah, I guess, but you know, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm a little bit familiar with you now, so we'll see. And then we met, and then she took a liking to me. She was like, "Yo, you're not like the regular industry asshole that I thought you were gonna be." Right. And now we here, so. You know what I'm
when you manage artists, is it like a handshake thing, or you got the contracts and all of that together?
It depends. Like my brother, that's my brother, so I don't have a contract with her. I mean with him, and then with her, we don't have a contract. I told her if and when we have like label situations coming, then it's like, yeah, we're gonna have to have a contract.
So what if labels come stepping to her and then she be like, nah, I don't want you managing me no more? How would you feel about that?
I would feel away, but I think she's showed me, even though it only been like 5-6 months or whatever, I feel like she showed me some type of
5-6 months is about long enough time for you to know that if you gonna really rock with a person, if y'all rock together good for 6 months, y'all.
And I feel like it's kind of like been serious, especially with the holidays. I met her family, she met my family.
All right, so y'all really deep in it with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We put our relationship online for like only close friends and stuff like that on social media. So certain people know, certain people don't know. Some people get confused sometimes when they be at my shows, and then she be like, "That's my manager," and then it's funny, they'll hit on her, and then she'll tell me, and I'll be like, "Yo, bro, that's my girl." They're like, "Oh shit, I thought that was just your artist," and then they fall back. You know what I'm saying? So at certain events, I tell her like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to these events. Let's just keep it professional. Let's not be all lovey-dovey at these events, because we don't want." And I even told her too, like, I don't want certain people. Because I had this situation in the past where like somebody would see me with somebody and they'd be like, "Oh, she's only fucking with Showcase because of this, that, and the third." So I told her, in the very beginning, I didn't want to put it on social media at all because I didn't want people talking shit to me about her or vice versa. And it hasn't really happened except for like one little situation, and it was funny because I already kind of like told her about it with information that I didn't know. So when she came to me about the information that I didn't know, and I was like, yeah, this was this situation, I didn't know that part. It was like, okay, cool. And it wasn't really like no arguments or anything like that, but I just told her I didn't want to just have outsiders and stuff like that come and try to like rip us apart because they hate it.
Because you already went through an issue like that with other business partners and shit like that from people. You know what I'm saying?
And I wasn't even that particular girl's manager, but she started going around apparently telling people I was her manager, but that wasn't the case at all.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. The main reasons why a lot of niggas die or go to jail is over pussy. So money or pussy is only the two things that niggas is going through mad problems.
Even with that too, like I remember my mom's mans, because I was going like before I met Janelle and stuff like that. The reason why I was calling myself Jokes because I was fucking other people's bitches and shit like that.
That's why you was named. I put Jokes on you. Joking them.
So my mom's man was like, "Yo, you gotta be careful with that because my close homie got killed because he messed around with another dude's chick." And the dude lost his mind, so you can't be moving like that. So now, obviously, now I'm in a relationship, so I'm not moving like that. But I had a past where I was moving like that. I just had to stop.
So that's why you reinvented yourself.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna go. Plus, on top of that, like people will see New Jerk City Presents, and they'll be like, yo, am I gonna get robbed at this event?
Right. Because Jokes not only mean juking the pussy, it mean Jokes robbing you. And shit. That's a Jokes.
Yeah. So and honestly, I came up with my name Jokes around the time that Jay-Z and Cameron were beefing, and I was like, Jokes. I was like, just opposite of Killer, because you got Cameron, Killer Cameron. Okay. So I was just like, yo. So I just the Z.
So what made you come with the Showcase PAPI thing?
I was dating a girl. Her name was Sexy Crazy, and I was just like Showcase. I was like PAPI. I was like, you got two eyes. So I was just like, I wanted to switch my name up and kind of like do the whole 2 eye thing, and I was like, Showcase PAPI. Now also too, sometimes I see people. I'm like, yo, how you find me on social media? They're like, yo, I just searched Showcase and you came up. So I was like, fuck it, cool. And a lot of people, some people were like, yo, I feel like you bit off for Drake and Champagne Papi. Like, no. Or sometimes people say, oh, I feel like you're just putting yourself in a box by calling yourself Showcase Papi. But Showcase can mean anything. You could showcase music. You could showcase art. You could showcase your artists.
But you are like one of the prominent motherfuckers out here that's doing big showcases.
Yeah, but I do more, like I said, I do more than showcases. I can show the radio, blogs, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
But that name fits you though, because you do showcases. And you bring prominent DJs, major radio DJs there, and plug people in. So
when somebody told me like, yo, I feel like you're putting yourself in a box, I'm like, no, I'm not, and I'm just do it.
Right.
Because there's a few people, even even with like when I was being an artist, people were like, yo, how you gonna be an artist? How you gonna do showcases and manage artists all at once? I couldn't do it. All right, cool. A lot of people can't do it.
Right.
Just because you fail doesn't mean I'm not gonna be able to succeed.
They try to put their failures on you.
Yeah, and I've always been strong-minded where it's like, if I would put my mind to something, I want to do something, I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
Or even if I want to stop, I used to smoke hella weed.
Right.
When I wanted to stop smoking weed, I said I'm gonna stop smoking weed, and I stopped.
Like me with the liquor, I stopped.
You know what I'm saying? So when I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. If I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna do it.
That's facts. That's facts. I mean, that shows a leader.
I'm not gonna do 50-50. I'm gonna go all full force.
Right.
If I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna bullshit it.
Right.
I'm not gonna do like, oh, I'm gonna do a showcase and I'm gonna just do a free event. I'm gonna have nobody there and get a whack ass venue. No, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Right. And I built my name up to my reputation to a level where it's like I always try to do better than my next events.
Right. Now you definitely doing your thing, man. Like that's why I got you on the show and shit, because you know, a lot of people that watch the show want to know who the motherfuckers are in New York that really got shit going on.
Now I got a question for you, right? You said you heard some things about me that you want me to address, so I want to get into that now.
Well, some of the things I asked you already, and you kind of like you answered it. Okay. However you can answer it. Like for instance, like how you got cool with DJ Enough. Okay. I heard that. Like
I thought it was gonna be like some negative stuff.
Nah,
like yo,
the shit that with Reggie Lane that y'all went through. That was that.
Okay.
Yo, real talk. I don't really be out here fishing for niggas beef and shit. Did you ever have something with Lazarus? You and Lazarus, Lazarus the Top Don?
There ain't really no beef. It's kind of like he had a service that I wasn't feeling. I looked into the service and I kind of felt like the service wasn't all that, so I didn't continue with the service. And then he blocked me, and I was just like, whatever.
So are y'all still not cool now to this?
I mean, if I see him, I'm gonna say what's up.
It ain't no beef where y'all going to fight. Yeah. So
best of luck to him, man. Right. I had him in my shows before. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's whatever. You blocked me because whatever. I guess you felt like I wasted your time, but I just felt like a lot of money was being brought to the table from another artist. I didn't feel like it was legit, and it was coming from somebody that he was the middleman. Right. So it's not like he was the direct source. Right. So I really know this individual when he sent the contract kind of looked very like, and I showed it to somebody at Def Jam and they was like, nah. Okay. So I didn't go with it, and then he blocked me, whatever. And I'm just like, whatever. But he still be watching Janelle's stories and liking her stuff. So he's still tapped in.
Yeah, Lazarus fuck with the girls, boy. He liked the girls.
He's still tapped in. So
so again, I wanted to say, when I saw you the other day at that event, right?
Yeah.
You was there with, what's the guy from Def Jam that was there?
Oh, King Light, Mario.
King Light, yeah, Mario from Def Jam.
Yeah, he's an
and I was talking to y'all about what the fuck is the guy's name again? That's fucked up. I don't even remember the nigga name on the top of my. The guy that I said that wanted to manage me. What's his name?
Dope Chef.
Dope Chef. You said Dope Chef. So it was you and the guy from Def Jam that was there.
Yeah.
So when I told you, like, yo, son, like, Dope Chef just asked me if he could manage me and everything. And what was it that you said?
I just said I heard some stuff that I feel like is not. You shouldn't go with it. That's it.
Because again, like, I've heard stuff about him in the industry too, about janky promoters and shit like that. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of different promoters and people out here that are doing shit wacky. You know what I'm saying? And
me personally, I don't want to go here and call him wacky and stuff like that, because I personally haven't had anything.
Well, we're not talking bad about him. I'm just saying what I heard.
Yeah, so it's like for me hearing certain stuff, when I hear certain stuff about people, it depends. Like if I hear it from one or two people, I might give somebody the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
But if it's continuously a lot of people saying about this, that, and third, and then you doing extra stuff that he did, I'm not even gonna get into.
Right.
It's kind of like, all right, let me watch out for this individual, because I even had certain people come up to me and be like, "Yo, Dope Chef wants to work with you and Janelle's art and this, that, and third," and I was like, I got no beef with him, but I'm good.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't work with him just because of is it because of what you went through with him, or his reputation?
Just reputation and what I heard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If it was like I said, one or two people, cool. But I seen certain stuff that even he did online that I was just like,
that was kind of iffy.
Yeah, like I'm good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like, stop it, Mr. Wacky.
Yeah, so I was just like, nah. So I know he's working with certain people trying to clean his image,
right?
And I wish him the best on that. Hopefully, he could do that and and go on the right path with this certain individuals. So I don't wish him no.
Well, like I said, he came to me and offered to manage me and shit, and I've heard things about him as well. But I don't go off of what people say. Yeah. I go off of what a person could do. And since he came to me and showed interest or whatever, you know, I never really been managed before. I've always I got me here. Yeah. Me got me here. Well, everything that I'm doing and everything that I got going on, relationships that I have, I got me here. So for a guy to come in and say they want to manage me, I'm all for it if you could really make some shit happen. But if I could do more for myself than you could do for me, then what the fuck good is you?
Or just put him on like on a trial. Like, yo, you got 30 days, do something. Let me see what you can do.
Well, since he asked me, I ain't heard back from him. I just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so there goes that.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of nigga where I'm getting mad shit happen. I just was on Hallway Rap TV yesterday, did a bunch of mic drops promoting the shit. I'm on a blog. I got the movie, Lucy the movie coming out. I'm on the soundtrack produced by GQ Beats. You know what I'm saying? I got, and next year I got the Blue Vision EP coming out that I'm on, produced by Blue Diaz. I got a show coming up next week. Matter of fact, I'm coming to one of your shows, right? I'm gonna be at your joint.
Facts.
I got the natural hair event coming up on the 22nd. I'm in. Like, it's mad shit going on. Like, if I can get myself in a bunch of shit, like, what do I really need somebody to come in that can't really do more for me than what I can do for me? So.
Even when I was an artist, people was like, yo, I want to manage you. I'm already on the radio. I'm already doing this, down, and third. I'm already doing my own shows. What else can you do? Well, I can do radio, but I'm already doing that myself.
Exactly.
So what are you adding on for you to manage me? I even turned it down for people that used to work with Rockefeller.
Right.
And it's just like, nah, like, salute to you, but go to somebody else that might need you, because I really don't.
Oh, okay. Nah, you're right though. You don't really want to have a lot of people coming around you because they see your wave and they see you moving. Like, that's the worst.
Unless they're adding onto it, like I said.
Or they're paying you for your services.
Yeah, or like, like, even with that, some people like, yo, I want you to manage me, and I'll be like, listen, even if I manage you, there's services and stuff like that I gotta outsource that you gotta pay for. So with that being said, you don't have to have me as your manager to pay for these services.
Exactly.
So just pay for the services. I don't gotta manage you.
That's how I feel. Because I noticed last year when I dropped that Go Bay Bay record and I put a lot of money behind it, a lot of niggas wanted to get close to me and be around me because they see that shit moving. It was on the radio going crazy. It was at the game, played in the playoff game. It's on these different EA Sport games and shit like that. And I noticed a lot of people was like gravitating themselves around me to get close because they seen the success. They seen the star rising and shining. But, you know, a lot of niggas will come around you to try to steal your thunder and sabotage what you already have going on.
Right.
So you got to be very precautious of that. Watch who you have around your circle. You see that energy, you'll know. A nigga could come around you just so they can get themselves to a better situation or even sabotage your situation because it's not them in that situation.
Yeah.
You got to watch that shit.
And try to put them in your shoes. Like, yeah, I'm going to fuck him over so I could come in here
and
for
instance, there's some people that I plug with platforms that they're on now, and that's their claim to fame. They're running with this whole, I'm on this such and such radio, and I'm the one that plugged them with that. You know what I'm saying? And niggas is acting funny to me when I'm the one that got you on the shit that you running around bigging up the most. You feel me? So it's a, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is.
It's a cutthroat industry.
Yeah, it is. But I'm cool with helping out anybody as long as you paying me for my services.
Exactly.
Because if you paying me for my services, I won't feel like you try to come around and be a using ass, mooching ass nigga or symbiote nigga trying to get close to suck off for whatever you could get for yourself. If you paying me to plug you in certain shit and put you on certain platform, I don't give a fuck. You go to the top. Yeah. It'll benefit me that you came through my umbrella to do it. Yeah. As long as you paying me for my service.
It's like Voices of the Artist podcast. She's a sponsor.
Right.
She's making her own podcast. She wants to get her podcast out there. So it's like, all right, cool. Come to my podcast. You can interview the Drewskis. You can interview the Gabes. It's not like she's sitting here trying to be a leech and it's like, oh, Showcase Papi, I got a podcast. Can I come for free?
Right.
It's like, no. All right, so I'm gonna put money into helping your platform, which she does as a sponsor, and you come and do an interview.
Exactly.
So it's like you being around me, but you're adding to my.
Of course.
You're bringing value.
She's bringing up. She has a media platform that's involved with your shit that she's paying to get involved in to get her better interviews and in better situations. Just like artists will pay you to come to your shit to meet these guys to get themselves in better situations, and that's how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be like this. You know what I'm saying? Not all like this, and you know what I mean. It's like this, and then we do this. 2 hands and wash the face when they both washing each other. But some niggas want to come and don't do nothing, just try to leech off of what you have to offer. They see you shining and they want to get close to you.
Exactly.
You got to watch that shit. And I'm a very aggressive person.
Watch out for the snakes, man.
Yeah, man, I'm very aggressive and shit. So I don't stand for the shit. So if I stop fucking with the niggas because they did some fucking wacky shit that I don't like, and instead of me putting hands and feet on the nigga, I just step back. And I'm not gonna let a nigga trick me off the streets.
And sometimes if I don't even catch it, my mom or even Janelle, she'll meet people and she'll be like, yo, that's your friend. Yeah, that's not really your friend. Exactly. He's here to snake you. He's here because he's hating on you. He wants your own connection. This, that, and the third. Don't fuck with them. And I'd be like, and there's been some times where I'm like, nah, they cool. And then weeks or months go on and I'd be like, yo, they right. So it's like, it's good to have, even if you don't catch on, it's good to have people around you that care about you enough that they be like, yo, watch out for this person. Don't fuck with that person.
Because I noticed as I was saying it, you know what I'm saying, she was over there pointing at you like, see? Because she obviously told you about a couple of motherfuckers like, watch out for that nigga. Watch that nigga. And I'm telling you, some of the niggas you fucking with, watch them niggas.
Even some females. Yeah. She'd be like, yo, they was mad stink towards me, this, that, and the third, watch out for them. Right. And I'm like, nah, they cool. And then a week or two goes by and I see and like,
you see for yourself.
Like, okay, this person
that's
was
a
right.
fact. So we at the end of the show right now. We got Showcase PAPI here, you know what I'm saying?
Follow me on all platforms. Showcase PAPI. That's Showcase PAPI. PAPII. So Showcase, like how you spell Showcase, PAPI with 2 eyes. Sometimes people just put 1 eye. You gotta put 2 eyes because I'm extra.
Tell them again the next shows that you got coming up.
So we got January 30th at the BK Nest, which is in Brooklyn. It's a new venue. Dope as hell, all white venue, pro'd out. They're gonna have a stage. We're gonna have food, drinks, sponsors, podcasters, interviews, drop mic people, etc. Drewski's gonna be in the building. Hot 97, DJ CeeLo, heavy hitters. Hot 97 gonna be in the building. DJ Energetic gonna be in the building. We giving out radio, we giving out blogs, we giving out a bunch of stuff, and then also celebrating Janelle Art's birthday.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So shout outs to her. It's gonna be her birthday bash, and then we spinning the block for my birthday, March 15th. Shout out to all the Pisces. Same concept, except instead of Drewski, we're having Gay P on there. Okay. So we, instead of putting somebody on Power 105, on Hot 97, we put somebody on Power 105.
Or they could be on the radar.
Or on the radar, yeah.
You know whatever when y'all meet these guys, however y'all
on the radar. Yeah, on the radar is gonna be. When I'm not promising to get them on the radar, the platform, but he's definitely picking somebody to be on the radio. But you could, like I said, he's there, so you could always talk to him, network,
how much it costs,
or if you got enough. Because I tell people the reason why it's called on the radar is because you have to be on the people's radar. Right. You have to have your name out there. So even if him or his team is charging you, it's still got to make sense. It's not just a money grab. Right. It's not like I'm gonna just take your money and I'll put somebody on there that nobody knows. Right. You gotta, unless you win it at a show. Right. Which, when I spoke to Gay P, he only really offers that out of town events. Okay. In New York events, he's just doing the radio. But again, the Power 105 radio. But again, if you're an artist that's known and you getting yourself out there, your views, your streams and all that, and you hit them up,
make something happen.
Make something happen.
So see, artists, y'all know that's what it is. I got Showcase PAPI right here. Y'all know he got the events coming up. If y'all want to get y'all slots, holla at him.
If you need more game, you know what I'm saying? I'm very approachable. Just DM me. We could chop it up, man. I got an office in Wall Street. We could come through. We could chop it up. If you want to sit over some food or whatever, we could do that too. Just hit me up. I'm very approachable.
Yeah, take him out to lunch and butter him up and shit. He get y'all some events and shit like that.
Just don't be a girl trying to throw some pussy at me because I am in a relationship. Okay. So it's not going to work, and you don't want no problems with my girl. She's from the Bronx. And she crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy because she is sitting over there all innocent. She don't look like she's from the Bronx, but she's from the Bronx. You already know what it is.
Don't judge a book by its cover, man.
That's a fact. Yo, you already know what it is. Your boy, World of Rama. Our TV podcast every Sunday.
And thanks for having me, my guy.
Thursdays, Rough Riders, Our Heart. We also now on Roku and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Annie Hard Knock Life and all that. And we coming back to public access. I'm going to put half-an-hour episodes out there all over the city. You already know this. Your boy, World of Rama, TV. Out.
Yeah. This is where the real hip-hop lives. Rough Riders Radio. 100% real hip-hop and R&B.